How are you guys today? Oh, welcome to my live stream. I appreciate everybody that's going to be here. This is my channel, Nomadic Kitty. For all intents and purposes, I'm Nomadic Kitty. I had to get myself together real quick. Like, I got my alphabet glasses on. I got my honey blonde hair now. So I know you guys are like, whoa, where's Kiki at? I'm here. It's me. It's me. Just different look. Just me. Um, I appreciate everybody that's going to be here. Most of you guys are going to watch this on the replay. But what we're going to talk about is just what the title says. We're going to talk about the J-Hope, BTS J-Hope ticket, my ticket experience, because I'm trying to get tickets for the North American tour. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about T.O.P from Squid Game. Y'all have seen a lot of my shorts. We're going to talk a little bit about New Jeans and Min Hee Jin. I'm just going to talk about that very briefly. I'm not really going to get too much into that. Um, and we're going to talk about Suga and things like that. We're going to talk about some K-pop gossip updates, whatever else I want to talk about. But I do a live stream every weekend. I don't know how many people are going to be on this live stream. I normally do my live streams Fridays and Saturday nights, but I had to do it Sunday night because I was having a very, very, very busy weekend. So I'm amazed that I'm able to come here and be here with you. But so I don't know how many people are going to be here. Are my regulars going to be here? I don't know, but we shall see. And then we're also going to talk about V's new book, and then we're going to talk about the new groups as well. So welcome everybody. Make sure you thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, it's a Sunday night. It's a night before a holiday. So we're going to see how many people are going to be here. I don't know how many people are going to be here. We'll see. I've not done a live stream on a Sunday night. It's usually Fridays or Saturday nights. So we're going to start. The first thing we're going to discuss is the J-Hope tour. So for those of you who don't know, BTS J-Hope, Hobie, J-Hope, whatever you want to call him, he is going on a tour. The name of his tour is called Hope on Tour, right? So he's doing a tour. He announced the dates. The dates start, I believe, in February. Hi, Xavier. Hi. And so the tour starts, I believe, in February. I think. Okay. But the North American leg of the tour, which is where I'm at in North America, starts in March. Let me take a sip because I've been sick, y'all. Hello, Sharon. So just let me say, I live in North America. I live in America. I'm trying to go through to this. Oh, thank you, Sharon. It's actually a shirt. My glasses, no, honey, they're Alphaba. These are my Alphaba glasses. These are from Wicked. Hope you're feeling. Oh, thank you, Sharon, and thank you, Xavier. I thank you. Hello, Ellie. What's up? Hello, G Man. Uh, what? You watched Wicked last night? I love Wicked. I love Wicked. That's why I got these glasses. I love Wicked. My favorite color is red. I wear a lot of red and black. I love a lot. I wear a lot of red and black. But if you see Wicked, then you'll recognize my glasses. This is Elphaba's glasses. But I appreciate everybody. Um, Elphaba's my favorite character. I can't wait for the second one. I took my daughter and her friend to go see it, and they loved it. They absolutely loved Wicked, by the way. So if you want to see a movie, go see Wicked. It's still in the theaters. But we're gonna talk about my thank you, Liv. Thank you, honey. You never watch Wicked? Go see Wicked. Well, how old am I, Liv? Pretty old. I'm pretty old. Old, old, old. Older than what I look. A lot of people think I'm young. Um, but we're gonna get into the J-Hope ticket, me trying to get J-Hope tickets, okay? Let me say, I have never been to I've been to many. You're not old, but pretty. Oh, thank you, Liv. I really appreciate it, Bobo. You only watch Sonic. I want to see Sonic 3. My son wants to go see it. But there's other movies I'll plan to go see. And then make sure y'all like and subscribe to my channel. You look at my YouTube shorts, that's where I shine. I do a lot of I pump out YouTube shorts once and twice a day. I did a lot of Squid Game things recently because that brings all the people. But make sure you really check out my channel, look around a little bit. Um, and I promise if you subscribe, you will not be disappointed because I do these K-pop lives every week. Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate it, Vanessa. Vanessa, is that you? Is that you in the thumbnail, Vanessa? You are beautiful. What are you talking about, Vanessa? Hey, girl. Um, so J-Hope is going. Let me recap. J-Hope is going on a tour. BTS J-Hope. J-Hope is going on a tour. He announced this tour about on January 14th. He announced it. The first his first leg of the tour is in Seoul, South Korea. Did I watch Squid Game 2? Not yet. I'm getting to it. And then I'm going to talk about Squid Game 2 in a minute after I talk about BTS updates. And talk about T.O.P. because I love T.O.P. So who played Thanos? Thanos. Is really good. Oh, it's really good. I gotta see it. My kids thought it was great. But we're gonna talk about Thanos and T.O.P. After I do J-Hope. But I've been trying to get J-Hope tickets, right? Struggling to get J-Hope tickets. I have went to 8 K-pop concerts. If you look on my playlist, I have a whole K-pop playlist. I went to AT's concert this summer. I'm going to see Stray Kids in June. There are other K-pop concerts that I've been to. My channel's been only been around 6 months, but in the past 2 years, I've seen Enhypen, I've seen TXT, I've seen Gravity, I've seen Card, I've seen AT's, I've seen Epic High. I have Epic High videos too. I've been to a lot of K-pop concerts. Most of these K-pop concerts, my bestie, my sister-in-law bought these tickets, and most of these tickets is tickets that she got from the general, when the general population. So this will be, I've never been to a BTS concert. I am baby army. I've only liked BTS since June of 2024. So I've never been to a BTS concert or performance or anything like that. So this is new to me. So when J-Hope said that he was coming to San Antonio, Texas, I was like, Lord have mercy. Hobie is coming to San Antonio, Texas. It's 5 hours away. I got to drive 5 hours in the middle of the week to go see my Hobie. Then I guess that's what I want to do because I really want to experience a concert. And I know, I know that BTS are going to be getting a reunion and yes, I listen to BTS all the time. Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, Norm, I listen to BTS. I'm Army, so I'm officially Army too because I belong to membership. If you're on Weverse, I'm on Weverse. I'm under Nomadic Kitty on Weverse. So make sure y'all look for me on Weverse if you're on Weverse. And Weverse is an app that people use to we get updates and exclusives. And then if you be a BTS member, you get even more perks. Okay. So when they said the tickets were going to be released, I went online and I was reading and I posted it in my shorts. I screenshotted it and I posted it in my shorts. And I was like, here's the people who are not on Weverse. J-Hope's coming on tour. I was all excited. So they said, first of all, you got to be a BTS member. I was like, what's that? So I signed up $22 for a North American membership. They have a global membership for people outside the United States, and they have a membership for people in the United States. Now, I don't know how they know which one. Oh, you've been in the Army for 4 years? Vanessa, you probably, some of y'all could probably answer my questions, okay? Because I'm new to this. So I don't know how they know whether or not you have a North American membership or global membership. I don't know. Is it by the IP address? I don't know. But I was like, okay, well, North America, I signed up, paid my $22. So you get a year membership for $22 and you get exclusive memberships and all kinds of exclusive goodies. Okay. I haven't looked into all what I get being a official BTS fan club member. Who is my favorite BTS member? If you look at my shorts, if you just peruse down my shorts, I think you could probably easily figure out who my bias is. But if you don't feel like looking at my shorts, normal. My bias is Suga. Suga is not only my bias, he is my ult. He is my ultimate bias. So out of all of music, I like Suga the best. Out of all of K-pop, out of all of pop music, I like Suga the best. Out of all of the earth, I like Suga. the earth. No, not just music, but the earth. Okay, the earth, the earth. Suga is like he's my ult. He's my everything. So I have Suga merchandise. I have Suga t-shirts. I have Suga BTS August D Min Yoongi. If you look at my community tab, I write BTS fan fiction, which is Suga-based fan fiction. So if you're into fan fiction, I got something for you. I'm also building a Patreon page, just in case y'all want to know. I'm building a Patreon, and we'll talk about that later. Do I have braces? Yes, Vanessa. I've had braces for 3 long years, Vanessa. 3 long, torturous years. I have rubber bands. Y'all see that? Because I have an overbite that they've been trying to correct, and I don't want to do right. I hate wearing these things. I had to wear them in my sleep, and I hate it. But anyway, so I went online and they were saying that you have to apply first. First of all, you have to sign up for the membership, number one. Number two, you have to apply. You have to apply to register. So I was like, I gotta sign. Okay, I signed up for the membership, paid my 22. Then I gotta apply to register. And I was like, what? So I was confused. So you had to hit the button and you have to apply. You have to fill out this information. You gotta have a BTS membership. So you apply to register. Then after you apply to pre-register, um, and then when you pre-register, they only had time frames, and you can only pre-register on like this particular day. So I forgot what day it was, but I pre-registered that day. And so then after you apply, it says thank you. And then the pre-registered people, July 22nd, between like 10 a.m. and like 3 p.m. is when you can start queuing up for tickets. So January, not July, but January 22nd, we're going to see how this goes. So January 22nd, I got to get back online, hop in line virtually, and try to sign up for tickets. Who is my favorite singer? Suga is my favorite singer, period. He's my favorite person in entertainment, period. I'm a rap line girl. I like rap music. So I was a rap line girl, and I knew about Suga before I became BTS Army, but I wasn't a big fan. But yeah, Suga is my favorite singer that's alive. I have other singers who are my favorites who are like Prince and, who are long gone, Janis Joplin and stuff like that, the Beatles and stuff like that. I'm old, so, I grew up in the 90s, the 80s, well, the 80s. The 80s. In the 90s, I was in my teens, so that kind of gives you an idea of how old I was. Um, I graduated in the 90s from high school. So that just tells you how. So you need to do some calculation to tell us. So January 22nd, I'm gonna try to get tickets for San Antonio J-Hub. Now, what has caused a contention in the fandom is that International Army, those who have global memberships, were trying to get tickets in North America and they couldn't. The only thing, if you are a global member of BTS fandom, if you paid your $22 membership and you live in another country, you could not buy tickets for North America. The only option it would give you was Mexico. So some people were going to fly from their respective countries, and they're like, oh, because Seoul, South Korea, there's 3 dates in South Korea. Those sold out real quick. Seoul sold out, I believe, within 45 minutes to an hour. So you cannot get tickets to Seoul. So if you think you're going to Seoul and you think you're finna go see that J-Hope concert, look, in February, it sold out within 45 minutes to an hour. Do I know Spanish? No, I know Korean. I know, honestly. My style. I love that word. My style. But I know very little Spanish. I know hola, ¿cómo estás usted? Hola, ¿cómo estás? I know that. So yeah, international armies were in a kerfluffle because they are trying to purchase North American tickets and it won't let you do it, at least not to pre-register for them. So, I mean, maybe when they release the tickets to the general population, you can. But on January 22nd, the people who have applied, like me, who went through the pre-registration, will get to go online and select your tickets. Then after that, the general population. I don't know how many tickets are going to be left for the Gen Pop. I don't know. I don't know. Zero. Okay, zero. None. The rest said none. Ain't no tickets going to be left. I don't know if there's going to be any tickets left. Again, the concert is on a Thursday and a Friday. There's 2 dates in San Antonio. And I have to work. I got kids, y'all. That is my army. Oh, is that your army? Army. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to this concert. Now, they do have a thing where you be able to, I believe, virtually, purchase tickets and watch it live virtually. I might have to do that. If I can't get tickets and I can't logistically figure out the San Antonio, because I'm going to be going to this concert by myself or with my daughter. My daughter does not like BTS. She's 11. She doesn't like BTS. None of my kids like BTS. So the only person that likes BTS is my sister-in-law. She doesn't have any interest. She's like, no, I'm not interested. She's not interested in going to see J-Hope. She's like, well, J-Hope don't really have out no new music. And so, what is he going to perform? And I was like, okay, girl. Okay. All right. So I don't want to go by myself. I don't want to drive 5 hours to San Antonio by myself. So if I got to I guess my daughter would have to miss school that Friday. We'll see how this goes, y'all. I'll let y'all know. But if I cannot get physical tickets, I will come on here and let you guys know. Okay. And I will get the concert virtually, and then by that time I should have my Patreon started, and I'm gonna try to put like snippets and watch it live on my Patreon. I can't watch it on YouTube live. What am I drinking? Apple juice. Apple juice, apple juice. I've been sick for quite a while. Like if y'all watch some of my other videos, you can tell I was all stuffed up, and I was on my other live stream like 2 weeks ago. I was coughing, like I was hitting the mute button, and girl, I was up here coughing up a lung on live. But it's because I'm just now getting over it. It takes me a long, I say sick a long time, but I'm just getting over it, so I need my apple juice. So the J-Hope tour, y'all just stay tuned. Y'all subscribe. We'll see how it's gonna go. And like I said, I will be starting a Patreon. I don't know if I'm going to be charging for this Patreon, but I will try to start a Patreon, and maybe I don't know what I can do on Patreon. I don't know if I can live stream. I don't know. You're new to this channel. Hello, Vanessa. If you like K-pop, you're gonna love it here. If you like breaking news, I try to report. I did videos on California wildfires. I did videos on Squid Game. I've done, of course, I do videos on K-pop and anything that happens in Korea, news in Korea. But I do any kind of news in my shorts. My YouTube shorts is a lot of news and stuff. It's just I do content, whatever I like to do. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm willing to take suggestions. My channel is only 6 months old, but my channel has grown in leaps and bounds thanks to BTS Army. My channel would not be here if it wasn't for me becoming a fan of K-pop that I never was, man. So I may be late to the party, but I'm here now. So I'm like, let's get it. Like, let's get it. Like let's get it. I do have to say for people new to my channel, my family was in the music industry here in America. So I do bring um some perspective that's unique from other YouTube channels. There are a lot of faceless K-pop channels out there. I'm not one of them. Somebody was like, "Oh, you're AI." I was like, "Honey, I write my scripts and narrate. That is my voice on these videos. I edit my videos. I write my videos. I same thing with my shorts. You may hear another voice on here narrating. A lot of times that's because if I'm sick, if I'm indisposed, if I'm at work, then I may have somebody else read it and narrate it. But this channel is my passion project. It's my baby. It's my channel. It's my channel. It's my baby. I am not fake. There are a lot of BTS pretenders online. I won't call out no names. There's people who are clout chasing BTS. They don't really like BTS. I have unboxings on here. I got my first light stick during Christmas. I put my money where my mouth is. I buy merchandise. I'm on Weverse, Nomadic Kitty on Weverse. I am not a fake BTS fan. I'm new to this and true to this. I told y'all last time my daughter got me this ring. Y'all see this ring? Y'all see the ring? Y'all see the ring? See the ring? I'm married. I'm married to this. We's married now. I'm in it. I'm in it to win. I'm in it for life. I'm a lifer. I'm married. I'm married. I said I do. BTS is like, Kiki, will you be our BTS Army member forever? And I'm like, I do's. I do, sugar. I love you. I do. I do. Amen. Y'all gotta understand my sense of humor. I have a big sense of humor. But I got the ring, baby. I got the ring. I got the BTS bracelet. It's my daughter made me. It says BTS Army. It says sugar on it. So I'm not, I may be new to this, but I'm true to this. I'm not up here faking and clout chasing. Like I see some other channels and I'll be like, that person don't really like BTS. Or them people just reacting on videos because they clout chasing because BTS Army brings a lot of clicks and views. But I this is not a fake Army channel. I am truly Army. So I will try everything I do to try to get this J-Hope tour. So then we're gonna get on to Taeyoung, Kim Taeyoung, aka V. He has a new picture book coming out, and it's beyond a picture book. It has like a keychain. It got some photos. It got a photo card collection. It's called Reve. Reve, where Kim Taeyoung went to Paris and was all in Paris looking hot. Kim Taeyoung was in Paris looking good, y'all, just lounging back by the Champs-Elysees. He was in Paris looking good, and apparently they did a bunch of, I don't know when Kim Taeyoung he must have did this before he went to the military because I saw his hair. These BTS members, they like magic. They like magicians. They like, poof, we're here. Poof, we're there. Poof, I got an album. Poof, I got a book. Poof, I got a music video. I'm like, when did y'all did all this before y'all went to the military? So it just proves to you that HYBE and BTS has had a really strong plan and ground game. Like BTS has stayed in the spotlight either through their music, books, interviews, whatever, constantly since they've been in the military for 18 months. Like they have always been like the way Hive has planned this is basically genius. Cause something is always going on with a BTS member. And this is like one of them come out with an album, and then another one come out with an album, then another one go on tour, and then another one got a book. It then, RM came out with his album and his documentary. And like it's something, 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 something. Jim has been tearing up chart. So I just love the strategy that BTS had since they've been in the military. Because a long time ago, from what I know about the history of K-pop, it didn't used to be like that. They were going to the military and their careers would basically die. BTS is like, no, we're going to the military and our career is not going to die. So F what you heard. We are going to reinvigorate and reinvent going to the military for idol. And they have changed the game. So V got a new book coming out about him going to Paris. Please look at my video. I have a video where I have a video on here that's on my long form videos. It's about a 10-minute video of a tour in Paris. So you guys who've never been to Paris, never been to France, will be able to see kind of like maybe what V has experienced in France. So make sure y'all check that out. Please check out my video where I do a tour of France, and it's called like Kim Tae-young's France. And so you get to see how beautiful France is and beautiful Paris is and staying in a luxury hotel and all this stuff. I bring all that to you. So, I try to do some travel. Anytime I go to a festival or travel, I usually try to, part of my channel is travel. So I do travel a lot. I do go to different events and places and things besides K-pop concerts. So I want you guys to experience what Kim Tae-young has experienced, maybe perhaps in Paris. And his book comes out, I believe it comes out, I think it's already out. So if you have not look it up. It's Reve, it's spelled Reve, Reve, Reve. Like I don't speak French. So it looked very interesting. So people who love Kim Tae-young, I don't know what y'all fan group is called. Y'all call it like Viaholics, V addicts. I don't know. Y'all V addicts, Viaholics, Tay Tay, Tay Tay, Tay Tay's people. I don't know. Like every like group has their own like little solo stands. I know the sugars because we sugar mamas, sugar bears, sugar daddies, and sugar babies, baby. Sugar, we got all kinds of sugars for all ages and genders. It's sexual orientations. So I would be considered a sugar mama. So so I don't know what you Kim Tae Young fans are called. Somebody's giving me love. Yeah, okay. V is so beautiful that he looks like he belongs in Paris. Like he looks like he belongs in France. Like he looks like he belongs on in like on the Riviera, the French Riviera or something. Kim Tae Young is so ethereal and beautiful. So check his book out and check my video out as well. We're going on to the next BTS member, Jimin. Jimin is still tearing up the charts. Jimin is back on the Billboard. He's been on the Billboard for a lot of times. I'm not trying to take away anything from Blinks and Blackpink. I like Blackpink. You like Blackpink, maybe. I have nothing against Rose, and she did, opt to opt to opt to. I have nothing against that. But what is happening, and even somebody wrote about it, is that people are sleeping on Jimin. Like people ain't really talking about how Jimin has been killing and dominating the charts for so long. And I just feel like Jimin just he's won awards. He's done like and I understand because Jimin's in the military, so he can't be out there doing promotions like Rose can't. But I mean, people sleeping on Park Jimin. Like who has like destroyed the charts, y'all? Like who has been on? They were all their heroes been talking about Rose, and I'm like, okay, girl, I like my Rose. Okay, girl, do you? No shade being thrown here, but I just feel like Jimin kind of gets left out of the conversation because he has won so many awards in Japan, Taiwan, Asia, like America, Europe. Jimin has killed it. Like he should be sitting in the military and being so proud of his accomplishments with this album. And him being in, imagine if Jimin wasn't in the military, how he would just be out here killing it. Like he would be like the new king of pop, y'all. I'm sorry. And then I mean he's just killing it. So all you Jimin fans, I mean y'all are winning. Y'all are all you Jimin solo stands. I know there's a lot of y'all out there, because once you Jim in, you can't Jim out. Y'all, my late mama even told me that. My late mother, may she rest in peace, told me that once you Jim in, you can't Jim out because she loved Jimin. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. When my mama first saw Butter and Dynamite, my mom was like, "Who is this dude with the rainbow hair?" My mama was like, "Who is this guy?" She was like, "That is the most gorgeous man I've ever." She is like, "He is so adorable." My mom loved her some Park Jim, and may she rest in peace. I mean, she looking down from me like, yeah, Park Jim, and all the way. She loved her some Park Jim, and my mom liked BTS before I even paid attention to them. She loved Dynamite. She loved Butter. She thought they were all these beautiful, gorgeous men, especially Jimin. Jimin had my mama in a chokehold. Like she thought he was the most gorgeous thing she had ever seen. She's like, I didn't know Korean men could look like this. My mama was a true believer. She was like won over by she was won over by Butter and Dynamite. So that's just a little tidbit about my mama. I had that. Make she rest in peace. She passed away a year ago. But she loved her some Park Jimin. Okay, so we talked about V's new book. We talked about J-Hope tour. We talked about Park Jimin. Um, there hasn't been anything about Sugar. Y'all know Sugar's my bias and my ult. If I have not said it before, Sugar is my bias. Um, I, I mean, they pretty much drove Sugar into hiding. So we have not heard anything from him. We don't know anything from him. There's pictures, sighting of Sugar. Allegedly, supposedly, he was at a hospital. I don't know if he's volunteering for the hospital, he's there for a checkup. I don't know what it was. But somebody snapped a picture of Sugar outside of a medical center somewhere. So I don't know. He could have been there to get a checkup. We don't really know. Some people were trying to say that it was a mental health facility, and if it was, then God bless him. During this tough time, I would need some counseling. All the things that poor Sugar has been through since the scooter incident, and people issuing him death threats and funeral wreaths and saying he need to be kicked out the group, and the Mellon Awards leaving him out. And I mean, it'd be enough to drive anybody crazy into a stressful situation. So whatever Sugar was doing at this medical clinic, just it's his. I'm not going to speak on it. It's his privacy. It's his business. And whatever, whether it be a physical injury or mental injury, then Sugar has a right to live his life and do him. So I don't really have too much to say about that. I do feel like it's tragic. So um which brings me to the next subject. RM is out doing his thing. Jungkook, the rumors are still going around about Jungkook being bullied in the military. Again, I've said this before. This is like the third or fifth time I've said this. I don't know what to believe regarding Jungkook in the military. I don't know if he's having a good time, having a bad time. I believe the type of person that where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't want to violate Jungkook's privacy. If he doesn't want to talk about it, he doesn't want to talk about it. But I just keep hearing the same rumors over and over again that he is not having a good time in the military. And what degrees and levels that is, I can't tell you, child. All I can tell you is what's being said in Korea on the Korean blogs, and it just this rumor just keeps will not die. It just keeps coming back. I keep thinking, okay, it's died down and it'll come back again. It's died down and it keeps coming back in the Korean blogs over and over and over again that Jungkook is not doing well in the military in some way, shape, or form. Take it as you will. Who isn't having a good time? We're talking about Jungkook. We're talking about the rumors that Jungkook is not having a good time in the military, that these rumors keep persisting. And in Korea, on the Korean vlogs, it is heavy. It is heavy. Somebody is snitching. Somebody somewhere got this rumor started, and I don't know who or somebody's got this rumor started. It's nothing bad against Jungkook. It was just saying that he wasn't having a good time, and it happens. I did a whole video, by the way. If you look at my K-pop playlist about what military and idols and the things that other idols have experienced in the military, not to alarm anybody, but they do have instances where idols have had a really tough time in the military for various reasons. Their invasion of privacy, bullying, people, doing hazing them, just real stuff. Some of them have had a really good time, and then some of them just depends on their personality and what unit that they're with and what they're doing. May not be used to the strict discipline in the military. You got to think that BTS are older. They're coming in the military as an older age than most of the enlistments. Most people go into the military, they like anywhere between 18 and 21 in South Korea. You got to think these BTS members are in their late 20s, early 30s. So it's a maturity level thing too. So you got to think that if you're 26, 27, 28 years old and you're surrounded by a bunch of 19, 18, 19, 20 year olds, depending on what circumstances in your personality, it may not be good for you. You may be like, I'm surrounded, but it's a maturity level, and you may feel like I'm surrounded by these kids, and so it may be a maturity thing, it may be a personality clashes. I mean, it's just human beings in the military, period. It doesn't matter whether it's career or not. People have had a hard time in the military. You don't think it's true, Nicole? I hope it's not true, Nicole. I don't. But I keep hearing this in Korea. Like, I keep hearing this over and over again, and I keep thinking this rumor is going to die. And it just keeps popping back up. So I don't know who's saying what and what's saying who. JK, I watched his Weverse last month, and he hasn't really indicated anything. Of course he wouldn't, he can't. But I don't know. I hope he is not being bullied, and I hope that if he is being somebody is talking down to him, that he is able to be mature and handle it, and that it doesn't affect him, because again, idols have been bullied in the military and it has affected them. Like, it has affected them for quite a bit. It just depends. There are rumors, I can't say who, not anybody in BTS, but I'm talking about long, like second, third generation, right? There's been rumors that a certain K-pop person, I can't say, was SA'd in the military. And I can't say who it is, because this rumor has been, if you look deep, dig deep enough, but it's somebody who was in an older K-pop group, and they said that they were SA'd. Like not full on, but somebody in the military was sexually harassing them, saying things about their body. I talked about G Dragon in my video. About G Dragon said that people were oh Lord, drawing pictures of his body parts while he was in the shower. Like, this happened. Like, G Dragon has talked extensively, about his military service, that he was harassed and bullied, and people were drawing pictures. And then they talk about K-pop. I talked in my video also about I think I didn't bring it up in my video, but about idols in the military where they have had their socks and their underwear stolen. That people have stolen their socks, their underwear, have come up missing, because people would take them and sell them or give it to their moms or sisters or wives or girlfriends, or hell, they may be keeping them for themselves. I don't know, but I've heard that too. That, just imagine, your drawers coming up missing. Somebody was like, "Would they use drawers?" I'm like, "Yeah." You're like, your dirty drawers and dirty socks coming up missing. It happens. I mean, I don't know if people selling it on the dark web. I don't know if they're taking them and they sniffing it. I don't know. I'm like, that's just some, but I can see people doing that. But yeah, there's some things, but hopefully JK didn't experience anything that. There have been rumors about Suga in the military, saying that Suga was lazy, that he didn't get along with some of the other people in the military. And there was somebody that actually came forward and said that Suga was not having it. And I've talked about this in my other videos, that I have theories about that whole scooter incident, that I think Suga wasn't out drinking by himself, that I can't prove this, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I feel like that night Suga was not by himself, that he was maybe out drinking after work, after his civil service, with some people in his unit, and something may have happened between him and another person that he was drinking with, and that he felt like he had to go, and then that's why he took off and left. That's my theory. I can't prove it. I've heard other people theorize and hint at certain things in Korea, and we'll just leave it nearly here or there. But I don't think Sugar left on the scooter just because he was just like, "Oh, I'm tipsy. Let's go for a ride." I think he felt like he had to get the hell up out of there. But I've heard things about people not liking Sugar. Like, people, like somebody actually reported Sugar in the military, saying that he was getting special treatment. And this is not the first time a K idol has been accused of getting special treatment and being lazy. They people try to pull this all the time. And I know there's aunties out there that be trying to drag BTS for filth. So, you take it with a grain of salt. But we are going to get into something very serious. So now we're going to talk about Squid Game 2 and T.O.P. I am not going to talk about Squid Game 2 because some of y'all may have not watched it. I have not watched all of Squid Game 2, but I know people going crazy over Thanos. Thanos of Squid Game 2, I made shorts. I did a whole video about this guy, a whole video about T.O.P. Choi Sing-hyun. I've done a whole video about him and his life, and in Big Bang. I like Big Bang. If you don't know who Big Bang was one of the biggest K-pop groups in like 2009, 2010, before BTS debuted. Big Bang were like, they're older than BTS. BTS is idolized. A lot of them idolize Big Bang. and they had an international song called Fantastic Baby that was all, and I didn't even know this was a K-pop song until like 2 years ago because I heard it at the club. It was like Fantastic Baby, I wanna dance. Ooh, I wanna dance, 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 dance. Fantastic Baby. Like that song was all in the clubs when I was younger. It was in the club, it was hidden. When I was in my mid 20s, everybody was like Fantastic Baby. Like that song would come on the club and you just be like, Fantastic Baby. Ooh, shaka laka. Like that was the song back in the day, y'all. And I never knew that was a K-pop song. But anyway, so they had a few crossover hits. They did Big Bang did tours all over the place. And so their rapper was T.O.P. And T.O.P. is tall guy, slender, deep voice. He started out as an underground rapper named Tempo. And he, he Big Bang rose to fame like pretty quickly. Like in Big Bang, when you go back and watch their videos, your jaw will drop because this is the era of where like anything went in K-pop. They would walk around with no shirts on. They would have women on their video. They would have transgender people on a leash. Big Bang was everything. It was everything and everything, honey. Big Bang was something to behold. K-pop now is so sanitized and so watered down and so made for like little kids in the TikTok generation. Back then, K-pop, I've said it before, was grown and sexy. It was for the grown people. It was for the club people. It was for the clubbers and the drinkers and the grown and sexy like yours truly. Okay, that was the time when K-pop when they had 21 and 21 was dropping it. Child, 21 was dropping it, child. CL was up there doing her thing, baby. Baby, I like 21 too. Baby. When you watch them Big Bang videos and they had actually girls in their videos wearing little skimpy outfits, and the girls was like, yeah, come on now, G Dragon, come on, get it, G Dragon, get it, G Dragon, get it. Like, if you watch them Big Bang videos, you'll be like, are they walking around with no shirts? Girl, when they had Tae Yang up there with no shirt on, and he was just strong and buff, and he was like, yeah, get it. I was like, hold on, sir. What? Hold on. Excuse me. Is that man with no shirt on? Oh my goodness. I'm over here clutching the pearls, Karen. I'm clutching the damn pearls. Like you see the videos, and you're like, what happened? Like, what? How do we get from that to like they can't even have girls in the video? Like in Hype and tried to have girls in the video, and everybody was like ready up in the riot. Like back then, they had girls in the video, boys in the video. Like they had girl groups where they would dance with dudes, where they would dance on men. Men would sit on a chair and they'd be like, "Yeah, daddy, daddy." I was like, "What happened to that?" Anyway, I digress. So Big Bang, was on top of the world, and then things started to unravel for them, as it does with a lot of groups. It's a long story, but I could do a whole nother video about Big Bang. Okay, but to make a long story short, T.O.P. of Big Bang, he got caught in a marijuana scandal. Not only did he just get caught with marijuana, but oh child, honey, it's a little bit more than that. I could do a whole video alone about that marijuana scandal because really what happened was, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you. He was dating this girl. He was dating this chick, and she was a trainee, right? For Y, I think she was a trainee for YG, which is Big Bang's label. This chick was apparently getting high with everybody. Okay, this chick apparently was either, from what I know, selling weed or smoking weed with everybody. I think she was selling weed or was the conduit, the distributor to the weed. Okay, and so she got caught. She's a trainee. She got caught somehow smoking weed, or maybe they drug tested her. I don't remember which one. So they pulled her in and they was like, okay, we're going to discipline you. And so she was like, okay. But then she got caught again. And so this chick was like, and so they was like, well, we're going to fire you. You already got caught one time. We're going to fire you. And so this chick was like, shoot, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to take everybody with me. So she went down and she snitched on everybody. She snitched on like the head of YG. It's a whole story. Just look it up. Just look it up. But the collateral damage to all of this was T.O.P. Her and T.O.P. were dating. And she just dry snitched on everybody. She was like, if I'm gonna get fired, she just snitched on a lot of people. Beyond T.O.P., they got in trouble. But because he was the biggest star of the time that she snitched on, and she was supposedly quote unquote dating him, I don't know what really that means. I don't know. People said they was dating, but there was rumors that she was maybe she was quote unquote dating other people. Okay, so I don't know how much this girl, this trainee, was really dating T.O.P. Okay, they may have been dating in other carnal ways, but she took down everybody with her. She snitched on everybody, and T.O.P was the biggest thing. So he was going to the military. I think he was in the military, and they pulled him out and they drug tested him, and he came back positive for marijuana. And so it was a big thing back then. And this happened back in what, 2017? So it's been almost 10. I mean, this is like almost 10 years ago. So no, I think it was 2015. I think 2015 when this happened. I don't know. Go back and watch my video. My video will tell you what year it was. But T.O.P got in trouble. He had to leave the military. He had to step away from Big Bang and everything like that. And he has not said anything to the press until recently. He came out and did an interview on the Korean Times, and I did a YouTube short about his interview because the reason why, even why he did an interview, is because he's in Squid Game 2. So he plays Thanos in Squid Game 2, and international fans did not know who T.O.P was. When Thanos hit the scene, people went crazy. People love Thanos. Like they f with Thanos hard. Like people on Roblox are I mean they f with Thanos hard. Dara, see me, hello. They fuck with Thanos hard. So they are in love with uh they are in love with Thanos. So people didn't know that he was part of the legendary Big Bang group, and people didn't know about the controversy. Okay, after all, I mean, there's even a Roblox game, everything about Thanos. People are loving Thanos, right? Well, I go look in Korea, so I'm like, what they talking about in Korea? And then I read in Korea, it's like night and day. Okay, people like Thanos this, they have Thanos shorts, they have Thanos parodies, they got a Thanos world. You go to Korea, they like his acting was horrible. His acting was over the top. His I mean, yeah, like they were saying that his character was unbelievable. And I mean, they have trashed T.O.P. But it's gotten to a fever pitch because once international audiences started to discover things about T.O.P, they realized that he wasn't on the poster, that he was left out of the promotions, that when they had the whole little Netflix had a whole like hour and a half long like Squid Game premiere, T.O.P was not there. So international fans have been like, what we're talking about? We're talking about Squid Game 2. We're talking about Squid Game 2, Thanos, aka T.O.P of Big Bang. That's what we're talking about. And then we're going to talk about how this correlates with Suga BTS. I'm getting there, how this all links together. So Korea, do I like Stray Kids? I'm going to a Stray Kids concert in June in America. So I have shorts on Stray Kids. I have funny shorts about Stray Kids, about Stray Kids and their music. But I like Stray Kids. My favorite, my Stray Kids bias is it's IN. They just came out with a bunch of solo songs. I'm sorry to sidetrack, but Stray Kids came out with a bunch of solos, and I like IN. What is it, like hallucination? I like IN. I like IN. I do like Stray Kids. I do. I'm not a big fan of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, but I do like it. So anyway, so T.O.P fans blew up his Instagram, and blew up his Instagram big time. So they flooded his Instagram because they was like, oh my God, we did. And then people have been looking at Big Bang videos. People have been going back and looking at his pictures. T.O.P got so many, Thanos got so many people in the thirst trap. They got these chicks in the chokehold. Like they're like, who is this person? And so he finally came out and did an interview a couple of days ago, on the 15th with the Korean Times, talking about like his life. He was saying in his 30s that he was depressed. It was a very dark time for him. He talks about him contemplating taking his own life. He has tried to take his own life a few times, and saying that after he got caught with the marijuana, he was put on probation, and his career just went to a dead end. He was pretty much blacklisted in Korea. So he has not done any interviews. He's not done anything until this interview on the 15th. And the reason why he had to do the interview was because so many international fans are like, well, we want to hear more from this person. And so they wanted him desperately to do an interview. And so the Korean Times going to do an interview. And now people are like, can we get him in more stuff? But that's going to be hard because of Korea. Darcy said, "Yeah, my classmate likes Stan." I was like, "They're crazy for this guy. Are they not? Darcy, are they not going crazy? They are going nuts. Like every time I post a short, it blows up. Like people are like, "Oh my god!" It like goes crazy. Like it blows up. Every time I post a short, it blows up. So I've done like several shorts about Squid Game too because it just blows up. And so in Korea, people were dragging him. But like in America, people are like, oh, and international fans everywhere are like, oh my God, we love this part. So how this relates to Suga is this. Even though Squid Game 2 has found a lot of success, um, and a lot of success for T.O.P. Like it is shocking. Like I guess he didn't think that it would blow up like this. I think he's kind of shocked, but he's talked about coming out with new music too. And fans are very receptive to it. Maybe not in Korea. Maybe he needs to direct his career more to America because I promise you American audiences would love to see him in something else. Even if it's a small role, if he comes out with music cuz he is a good rapper people would really they're really clamoring to see more of T.O.P. However, I don't think he'll be in any Korean dramas anytime soon because of the stigma in Korea. It's been 11 years and they're still holding this over his head. 11 years. No matter how popular he was in Squid Game, people were still dragging him. They were dragging him for filth in Korea. I was like, what? I was like, are y'all watching the same thing that I'm watching? Just because they don't like because of the marijuana charges 11 years ago. So again, so this relates to BTS, and I come back and say this. Everybody's like, well, Sugar's gonna come out and do another cipher. He's gonna break his silence when he comes out of the military, and I hope he does. However, and people are like, well, Sugar's gonna be okay. I have no Sugar's made so much money. Yes, he's gonna be okay. Dara Singh said international fans are more reasonable. They're very reasonable in some things, not in everything though. Yeah, they're very reasonable. The marijuana thing, people just kind of laughed at it and thought Koreans were being silly. But the stigma still follows T.O.P. Okay. I hopefully he can break from it because T.O.P. was an actor before all of this happened. He was an actor before. He's been in several shows, but nobody ever gave him a chance. The director of Squid Game knew him and was like, I'm going to give him a chance despite what other people say. Do I like K-pop? Yes, I have a whole K-pop playlist. So people are like, they're going to give him a chance. So this relates to Suga is that when Suga BTS comes back, people are like, well, Sugar's going to be okay. Yeah, he might be mentally okay. But my question is, and I don't know the answer to this, but knowing Korean society, and I know that I know that BTS transcends K-pop in anything like that. But what do y'all think Korea is going to do to Sugar? If 11 years, they wouldn't let it go at T.O.P. Even though T.O.P. was great in Squid Game 2. Even though he has laid low, this man has laid low for 11 years, okay? He has not been able to get any work. He has not been able to put out an album, nothing for 11 years over a marijuana charge. Do y'all know and Big Bang didn't even have aunties like that. Can you imagine when Sugar gets out of the military, what's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. Like my fingers are crossed, and hopefully, everything will be cool. But knowing Korea, not us international fans, but knowing Korea, I don't know. like I don't know, y'all. I don't know how this is gonna go. So I just don't want y'all to be disappointed. Cause some of y'all are real confident, are like, oh, Sugar's gonna be okay. He's gonna come out with rap. And I have no doubt that Sugar's gonna write music and be okay mentally and emotionally, hopefully. But I'm just like, it's the Korea factor. Like it's that's the problem. It's not Sugar. That's the problem. T.O.P. did not deserve that hate. He did not for 11 years. That's too much. To the point that it affected his mental health. And he touched on things, but I've heard things that T.O.P. really went into a deep spiral of depression and self-destruction, of drinking and women. And that's what I heard. That in his, like for 11 years, I heard that he's been on a spiral of like excess and depression and self-loathing and self-hate. Do we want that for Sugar? I don't want that for nobody. I don't want that for nobody, y'all. But my point is, Sugar may be okay. BTS may be okay. But the moment Sugar get out of the military, they're going to drag his ass for filth, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, get ready for it. They're going to drag Sugar. And I don't know how much a person could take or a group could take if they're gonna drag this out for years. If Sugar's never gonna live this down, are they just gonna keep just dragging this on? Yeah, like 11 years. Like, yeah, it's like it's 11 years. They should have got over this. They should have got over this. As much as Big Bang has done for Korean music and K-pop music in Korea, as much money that Big Bang has made for themselves and spreading K-pop, I mean, you would think that they would be like, oh, we kind of let it go. Like after a year or two, you would think they would be over, but they literally blacklisted this guy from the industry, right? Right. So I keep telling people, like people think that Sugar gonna be okay, and I have no doubt that he's gonna be okay. But how much? But is my question is Korea gonna be okay? When he walk out, is Sugar going? Like I keep asking the question over and over again. When Sugar gets out the military, is he gonna stand up there and wave like J-Hope and Jin did? I don't think he will. I think Sugar's gonna get out the military. He's gonna meet with the other BTS members, maybe behind the scenes. He may come out on the Weverse and whatever. What happened to Sugar? Oh, baby, honey. In August, in August of 2024, August 6th to be exact, I did a video about it. If you look at my playlist, I have K-pop scandals for 2024. And in August 6th of 2024, Sugar left a restaurant or a bar on his electric scooter. He went to turn to where he lived in this apartment complex, and you know, he fell off the scooter or hit a bump real quick, and he got right back up, and there were police officers standing around, and they came up to him and noticed that he had alcohol in his breath, and they took him for a DUI, and they revoked his license, and he had to pay like $11,000 fine, which don't even get me started how crazy that is. And the media for 2 weeks, I can't even explain it. Like it was just a storm of people sent funeral wreaths. People said that Sugar should be fired. This went on and on and on and on and on. Okay. Even now, they had the Melon Awards. I did a YouTube short about it. The Melon Awards had a dedication to BTS, a lifetime like in a video montage, and they cut Sugar out. They edited him out of there. And then another Billboard Korea had a video, had a cute little video, and they edited Sugar out the video. That was 2 days off of your birthday, but you didn't know BTS then. Well, yeah. So if you look on my channel, I have a whole video about the Korean media dragging Sugar and the controversy. I've done many different shorts. I've done videos about it. And basically, Sugar has been driven into hiding. He has not done a Weverse post. He has not posted anything on any of his social medias. He came and profusely apologized when this happened, and we have not heard from Sugar since. Yes, it was Regina, a bunch of BS. It was basically a witch hunt. Again, for somebody who just started liking BTS in June, and by the time August came, my jaw was on the floor. I didn't know what to think. I was like, after the scooter incident happened, I laughed it off. I said, well, he didn't hit nobody. He didn't hurt nobody. He's okay. He didn't injure him. So I thought in 2 or 3 days, everybody be over this. A week later, I'm like, y'all still on this? Then the death threats came. Then the funeral wreaths. Then the protests. Then people online threatening Sugar's life. Then Sugar being followed. He was in civil service and they had to move him. He was volunteering at a hospital and they moved him somewhere else because people were following him home and people were threatening him. And I mean, it was just too much. It was a fever pitch. And then people would make up fake challenges and blame Army for it. Like, we're doing a Sugar challenge, and people would go behind the wheel and drink drive and saying that armies were doing this. They weren't doing this. Thank you, Adrena. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all thumbs up and like the video. Like, it was too much. It was too much for me to take as somebody who was new. Like, here I am just new. I'm like, BTS, and then that happened, and I was like, what I was like, what? I was like, what is all this? I had no idea that people was just hateful. There are some links to Min Hee Jin. There are people out there who are saying that Min Hee Jin orchestrated a lot of this, that she helped keep this up in the Korean press. And it was just a fever pitch. People were doing videos dragging Sugar. People were saying that Sugar was going to go to jail. People were saying that Sugar was alcoholic. I mean, I was just appalled. I was like, what? I was like, what? I was in shock. Like, my jaw was on the floor. I could not believe that people were this hateful. I could not believe that people online threatening this man's life and telling this man he need to go unalive himself. People were online saying, well, why don't you just go off yourself on his Twitter. I was like, wow. Do I like Baby Monster? I do like. I believe that Baby Monster is the future of YG. I do like YG. Um, yeah, they act like yeah. They. I'm like he drank some alcohol and he tripped off his scooter. Like you would think. And then around that same time, like I said in my scandal video, that thing about NCT 127 about Moon Tail come out. Moon Tail, a whole ass dropped from SM Entertainment, dropped from NCT 127. Everybody unfriended him on social media because Moontail allegedly is accused of a whole SA crime with two other people. Taking a girl home and drunk and SAing her. Moontail and NCT is really popular. They're a K-pop group. They're really popular in South Korea. And that came out right around the same time as Suga. And suddenly that just disappeared. I'm like, ain't nobody talking about Moon Tae. Moon Tae was on Instagram celebrating his birthday with fans on Instagram while people were saying Sugar need to go unalive himself. Make that make sense. Somebody told me, Moon Tae is online with a birthday live stream. I said, wait a minute. Didn't he go down to the police station? Didn't he essay somebody? Yeah, he online celebrating his birthday. The fuck? And then it came out that it was the NCT 127 fans that put them that bought them funeral wreaths and put them in front of Hyde for Sugar. I'm just like, but why? Like what? Because they wanted the Sugar thing to continue because they got to support Moon Tail, the whole SA up here are wording women allegedly. And then, yeah, they were saying that they pushed the Sugar stuff to cover up the president's wife corruption, which I thought was silly at the time. But now, since the stuff that's happened with President Yoon, I'm kind of like, I'm looking hard. I'm like, man, that would. I'm like, now I'm like, okay, Min Ho. Is that your one, Min Ho? My Stray Kids bias is IN. Yeah, the Sugar thing shocked me, but I just don't know, y'all. Like I keep telling people, like this could go the way of T.O.P, where he will be dragged in the media in Korea for a while. I just don't see any other way that Koreans are just gonna forgive this and just move on. They're just gonna let him come out the military and be like, "Welcome back, Sugar. We love you. Get a hug." I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, it's just not fair. I love IN. I love IN's new song too, by the way. Um, I love IN. IN's my favorite. But I don't see Korea's just gonna be like, we're just gonna let bygones be bygones, Sugar. We love you. I just like so and I'm thinking to myself when I learned more and more about it, when I was doing my TOP video, I was like, is this how it's gonna go for Sugar? Is he gonna get out of the military and people still gonna be dragging him 11 years later about this shit? Like, I'm like, this is a horrible way to live. I don't know what BTS is gonna do with this tour. Oh, you saw a rumor about Sugar. Oh, I talked last week about that rumor, but I talked in my other video about that horrible rumor, disgusting rumor about Sugar. Kimmy says it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, the only thing I don't know. Like I have a lot of this is straight opinion, my opinion. I don't know if Sugar's gonna look, considering what's happened to him. I don't know if he's gonna look at Korea in the same light. Like I really don't. Like I don't know if he's gonna look at Korea like this is the place I need to be. He may feel like he need to go overseas and live somewhere else to have peace. Because I don't think he's going to get peace. If y'all think Sugar gonna get out and he gonna get peace, y'all got another thing coming. They're not gonna give him peace. They're not gonna let him rest about this. Like I said, I think that they're going to TOP him. I really do. I feel like there are going to be people out there that are going to have a concerted effort to derail Sugar at any moment. And I think that behind the scene, that my personal opinion, I think it's happening already. I think we just don't know about it. I think that all the BTS members have come out with songs and books and things like that. And Sugar's the only one that has not came out with anything. I think there was a plan for Sugar to release music and to come out with things, but I think all of that has been scrapped. I think that the record label is telling him to lay low. Maybe he feels like he wants to go lay low, and maybe he's thinking that it'll just blow over. But I don't think the public is gonna let this go. And so when I start learning things about T.O.P and I see the parallels to BTS and Sugar, I'm like, oh God, I'm like, oh man, because like I said before, Sugar done lost his show. Sugar loved his little show. That Sugar show they have. Switch to, switch it to, that show is gone because the guests would bring alcohol. That's gone. Yeah, then like I said, I feel like it's going to affect his mental. It wouldn't affect anybody. As much as people be like, Sugar be okay, but I'm like, but you can't. Like the guilt and the shame behind it all, and then the feelings of anger and unfairness. He's human. I'm like, but he's just a person. Like there's only so much you can take as a human being. And then he had a history. Sugar's had a history of mental illness and depression and being mentally hospitalized and all this stuff. And then the stalking, yes, you're right. The stalking and everything, like that. I said, him being in the military, I'm like, y'all think this is bad? I said, just wait till Sugar gets out. And he gets out the military on my birthday, y'all. I said, just wait, just wait till my bias gets out. Just wait till Sugar gets out. I said, if y'all think y'all didn't see some shit before, y'all really gonna see it. Y'all are gonna see it. Cause I think the Korean media is gonna eat Sugar's alive. I really do. And I hate to put it like that, but I just see like the Korean media is so awful. They are so mean and so like they need their story. They want their clicks and views at any means possible. And they're gonna maybe force Sugar to come out here and this season he's gonna do a press conference and they're gonna bring this scooter shit up as much as they can. They're gonna keep bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. And y'all just gonna be sitting up here going, Kiki told us this is how it's gonna be, and y'all are gonna be sick over it. Y'all are gonna be sick. Armies is gonna be sick. Army's gonna be ready to get their pitchforks and their knives, and they're gonna be ready to go to war with the Korean media again because they're gonna keep bringing this up because it's gonna sell. They need clicks and views, and so people are gonna watch videos and news, and they're gonna run this. Let that man breathe. They ain't gonna let him breathe. Hope he spits hard and takes names. I will. Everything will be. I hopefully do. They come out with some bomb music, but I really feel like behind the scenes, that Sugar was supposed to come out with music, but I think that's just been scrapped because they want him to lay low to see if this is going to blow over. But again, like I said, well, my researcher T.O.P did the same thing, y'all. T.O.P after his marijuana charges, he apologized to fans. He took to social media. He apologized over and over again. And every time he tried to come out with a solo or talked about writing music or his art, people would boycott it. People would drag him for filth in the media. Like I went back and looked at the things that people were saying, and it was god awful they were saying about T.O.P. They drug him for filth. Anytime he tried to come out with any kind of project, acting or any job, he tried to go get acting jobs and directors would not hire him. He tried to produce new music. He could not find people to work with him. So my question is that going to happen with Sugar? Is he going to try to collaborate with people and people are just going to be like, no, no, thanks. Like that's what I'm thinking because, I know it's sad and I don't want to think Korean media is going to be messing with the wrong fandom. That's another thing. The VIPs ain't Army. VIPs is Big Bang fans. They not Army though. So the only bright spot to this whole situation is you, dear armies. It's us. We are the bright, we are the beacon of light in all of this because armies have more power than VIPs ever did. VIPs were highly concentrated in Korea, and they were not powerful as army. Army will come out swinging for Sugar. Army will come out swinging. They came out swinging before, and I tell armies you don't have to get ready. You don't have to come out swinging for Sugar hard. Like if I mean I can see variety shows and music shows not wanting to put Sugar on there or put him on camera. Y'all we're gonna have to come out swinging. We're gonna have to boycott shows and tell them no, you're not finna do this. Like Army's gonna have to come out swinging because they're gonna try. I'm telling you, they're going to try it. They are going to try to do it quietly behind the scenes and maybe overtly. They're going to try to keep BTS from doing musical shows and musical programs. Somebody going to slip up and be like, well, we want you to come and do this musical program, but do we have to have Sugar on stage? Can he stand off to the side? Or maybe they'll shoot it and then they'll try to crop shoot Sugar out of the camera and not focus on. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, y'all, they going to try it. They gonna try it. But Army gonna come back and be like, what? You better apologize. But I said they're gonna try it. But like I said, Big Bang fans are VIPs, but VIPs do not have the power of Army. That's the only silver lining in this whole cloud is that Army's gonna have to come out swinging because they are going to try it. They're going to try just like when Samsung tried to get rid of Sugar and they stock dropped. Army's like, oh, you finna take out Sugar off a billboard? Oh, all right, stock drop. And then Samsung came back and was like, oh, no. And they reconsidered and they took all that back and they were like, oh, we put him back up there. See, look, Army, he back up there. Yeah. Samsung backtracked that real quick. It stock drop. Because Armies was like, we're gonna sell our Samsung, we're gonna go to another phone. They were like, whoop. Whoop. Only in South Korea. Yeah, they will try it. They will here internationally. He will have a safe haven. So I hopefully that maybe eventually. I mean, I don't wish this on nobody. Sugar up and leave his family because his family here, his friends are here. But he may feel like I just need to go somewhere else. Like maybe not America. He could go anywhere he wants to. He can go to UK. He can go to France. He can go to Canada. He can go to India. India would love to have Sugar there. India would go crazy. Crazy! Would go crazy. India would lose their mind. Thailand would lose their mind. I know Sugar really likes Jakarta. He really likes Bangkok. They would lose their minds. They would be like, come on. Come on over to Thailand. Just go on. Like, they would lose their minds. India would lose their minds, and one of the BTS members are like, okay, I'm just going to live here. Indonesia would lose their minds. He can go to Japan. Japan would lose their minds. Nobody would bother Sugar there. Nobody would be like, okay, he could, the Japanese media, the Indian media, they would be like, okay, sure. Come on, Sugar, come on, go and get your house over here. So I think that, it may be to the point where he has to leave Korea and go somewhere else because I just, yeah. Darcy said, yeah, I felt people who didn't take Thanos in the shows because it would ruin the company. Yeah, they felt like it would ruin the company. And so, like I said, I don't know, BTS has more power than Big Bang ever had. But it's the social stigma that I'm worried about. That's really, really heavily in South Korea. Armies are serious when it gets to BTS. They ready to fight. Samsung, they tried it. They They sure did. They was like, oh, and then they was like, oh, and they stock prices dropped. And they was like, oh, hold on. They was like, nah, we're good. Yeah, they tried it. And there are going to be other companies with Sugar Gal that's going to try it. There's going to be other deals that may fall through or may be broken or maybe just not come together because they're going to look at the social stigma that Sugar may bring to their project and they may not like it. So I'm just telling armies, get ready because y'all have to come out swinging. Like, just let companies know, okay, Army will boycott you. You try to remove Sugar, okay, well, we just won't partake in your product. Because he doesn't deserve years of social stigma. And that's what, as much as I like Korea and I like Korean culture and I appreciate Korean people, their social stigma is so ridiculous and so cruel. It's cruel. It's not just, it's cruel. It's a cruelty to it. It's like, you can never get over this. Like, T.O.P, you can apologize. You can give to charity. You can do all the things and all the things. T.O.P. didn't hurt nobody. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't assault nobody. He had some weed in his system. And they were like, 11 years later, we still mad about that. What? I'm like, we still mad. Like, there's no road to redemption in this kind of society where they'll keep penalizing you and pick and choose who they want to penalize, because other Korean actors and actresses have gotten in trouble, and it's just blown over. But then there's certain ones, especially idols, that they really just like harp on them heavily. The idols, they just act like, yeah, it's like bullying. Yeah, yeah, it's like bullying. It is, Regina. It is bullying. It is so great. It's like you can never live down something that you made a mistake about 10, 15, 20 years ago. If you're a K-pop idol. There, like I said, there's other actors and actresses that have been in drunk driving incidents. They didn't get the coverage that Suga got. People went over it and forgot about it and moved on. But if you a K idol, there's something about a K idol, like musician idols, that just society just, to me, are chomping at the bit to tear them down. And anything they do, they breathe wrong. They get criticized for just living. They breathing and living. Oh no, they can't date. They can't go out with nobody. They can't make no mistakes. They got to be on stage and they got to sing perfect at all times, because you will get dragged for months and months and months and months and months if you get on stage, and maybe you might have a little tickle in your throat, and maybe you might be having a bad day. Your voice is a little parched, and no, they like, no, you didn't sing good that one time on that one performance, and your voice cracked a little bit. And, oh my God, they're a terrible singer. They're not. They can't sing. They're a horrible person. I'm just like, this what we doing? This you, Korea? This you? Oh, this you. Oh, this. This you. That's how it goes in Korea. I don't like the social stigma. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I don't think it gives any room for people to in glass houses to be throwing stones at people. Korea is a heavy drinking culture. So what Sugar did, drinking after work or after his civil service, I mean, people were trying to get him kicked out of the military. Like, it was that deep. I'm like, is it that deep? He need to be kicked out of the military. What? Like, what? They just won't let us out. It's very disturbing and scary. Yes, I get very scared for young idols, because it is a lot of pressure to be put on someone who's really, really young. I mean, thank God Sugar's in his 30s, but still, though, he's been in the business a long time, 13 years. But still, though, it doesn't get any easier when you make one mistake, and it's just like it could ruin your career. And Sugar's so talented. And I'm sure he's probably thinking, you know what? I don't have to deal with this ish. I'm sure he's probably thinking deep down inside, I really don't have to put. Sugar can go live his life. Hello, hello, K-pop home. Sugar can go live his life, be a producer, come to America, produce music from wherever he's at, and just go live his life. He doesn't have to really be in BTS. Sugar has enough talent. He can go produce, he can go compose for other artists, whether they be in Korea, whether they be in America, wherever they could be. Him and RM have enough talent and enough production and enough skill and writing skills. They've been doing this since they were young men, that they really, really don't really need the headache of all of this. It is a lot to be a K-pop idol. It is a lot. Hello, K-pop. Oh, hi, K-pop. K-pop home. I think I went to your channel. I think you have a channel. But it is a lot to do. It's a lot of pressure. And I just don't want, I just feel like Sugar's going to be T.O.P. I feel like that when he gets out of the military, that we are all going to be holding our breaths, and I'm going to be terrified. I'm just going to be like waiting. He's already made it already. You all just threatened him. They threatened him for nothing. It's because the hate train for BTS is so strong, and I didn't realize it. Like I said, I'm new to all this. I didn't realize people hated BTS like that. Like, Min Hee Jin got the whole shaman, y'all. And speaking of Min Hee Jin, and a lot of people think that the Sugar hate was orchestrated by her. This is gonna be through, but we need to stand strong for BTS and fight for the justice. We don't want to lose one of the BTS members. Korea has to know that we are standing for BTS and for other idols. Yeah, they have to know. They have to realize that. And then the record labels have to realize that like international fans, there's more of us than them in Korea. And I know that the companies want to control, the Korean music industry and doesn't want the, westernized distributors and companies to get a hold of it. But they have to know that, like, with when it comes to international army, there's more of us than there is in Korea with the K netizens. But that is their home though. But Korea is their home. K-pop home says, I feel like there's a big possibility Suga could actually leave. Hopefully he doesn't though. Like I said, K-pop home, yes. I think there's a big, strong possibility that if the stigma continues and he is socially dragged and he is treated some type of way, not just from what we see by like other artists or stuff like that, but y'all gotta think that behind the scenes, there's a whole nother world behind the scenes for people in the entertainment industry. And so we don't know how Suga is being treated by other artists. Maybe he wants to collaborate, maybe he wants to do things, and maybe he's experiencing some pushback, or maybe people don't want to work with him because they're like, well, we can't really work with him because the whole scooter thing, and and there's stigma behind that. So poor Suga may be like, well, I'm trying to continue to work because we all know Suga likes to work. He's a workaholic. And so maybe I'm sure he's writing songs and doing all the things. And then maybe behind the scenes, there is an ongoing social fallout behind this. Again, when I went and researched about T.O.P, he talked about like behind the scenes things, evil, mean ass things happen to him behind the scenes. Like his, and like I said, Big Bang and BTS is on two different levels. I feel like BTS is on a bigger level than Big Bang. But to hear about the things that T.O.P went through in his own personal mental health in his life, and then behind the scenes, how the industry stopped him from doing interviews. He couldn't do TV shows. He couldn't do variety shows. Nobody would hire him. Nobody would give him a chance. He would write music and try to work with producers, and it would fall through. To know that things that happened behind the scenes that we did not know that was happening, it's sad because it's not like T.O.P wasn't trying. He was trying to come back to the industry. He was trying to redeem himself. He did all the things and apologized, and even behind the scenes did certain things to try to get his career back on track, and it just didn't work out. And then of course, the Burning Sun thing came out with that person. I won't say his name, but he's a member of Big Bang. If you don't know Burning Sun, please go look at Burning Sun. It is horrific. But then that shit came out, and that didn't help T.O.P's situation even more. When that Burning Sun thing came out, that was just horrific. And like even the other Big Bang members were questioned. A lot of them were questioned about it behind the scenes, and also in interviews, asking like, did they know that their bandmate was this weirdo pervert? Suga won't leave his brother. We're not saying that Suga is going to leave BTS. At least I'm not saying that. K-pop home may be saying that. I'm saying that Suga may leave the country. He may feel like I need to set up a house somewhere else. Like I just need to get away, because if Suga lived somewhere else, he would have anonymity. If he would go someplace else in the world, he could set up his house. He could go live his life and walk up and down the streets, depending on where it's at. Nobody would bat an eyelash. Nobody would know who he was. Nobody would be trying to follow him home and everything like that. Like, nobody would really, it wouldn't be that house. So I don't think he would leave BTS. I'm just saying, I think that he might be like, or he might spend more time abroad than he does in Korea. Like he may come back to Korea and do shows and practice and stuff that he has to do. But I think he may be looking at like thinking about buying another house somewhere else. Just have a refuge and a place to get away, which he deserves. Speaking of homes, did y'all hear about that fans are camped outside of Jungkook's house? They figured out where First of all, I saw this story and I started laughing because, how can I put this? Gather around, my fellow armies and fellow K-pop lovers and people watching this video who came to just watch me. Gather around. Let me tell you, there are several YouTube channels that do walks, walking tours of where K-drama idols and K-pop idols live. So if you didn't know about this, there are lots of channels. I've watched several of them. And if you do know about them, then you know. But there are several channels that actually walk. And so I knew Jungkook was getting a house built early last year. I knew where he was getting his house built at. It's not a secret. People are acting like, oh my God, they found Jungkook's address. Ooh, Oh my goodness. Gasp. I'm like, they had whole walking tours on YouTube where his house was built. Like, and so there was allegedly, or not even allegedly, but true, in Korea, apparently there were fans that were like camped out at Jungkook's house, which I feel bad for the guy because Regina's laughing. I feel bad for the guy. You said it. I saw one, the address is not even like it's not even a secret. People online are like, they found out where JK lived. Oh my goodness. I was like, me and my kids, we watched somebody walk behind his damn house when it was getting built. I was like, we was watching the video like 6 months ago. I was like, they was doing a walking tour. They was like, here was John Cook's house is going to get built. I was like, that's a nice house. And then when it was finished, they were like, here's John Cook's house. So I'm like, that's a nice house. And so people were like shocked that people were camping out in front of JK's house. I'm like, who is shocked about? I'm like, who was shocked? I was like, me and my kids watched this house get built. We was really there. We like, ooh, it's getting built. Ooh, is that a staircase? I was like, it's on YouTube. And literally, it's on YouTube. There's a whole YouTube channel with 500,000 subscribers. One out of probably many, but there's a big YouTuber, and that's what this I think it's a guy. He finds out where K idols live, and he'll just walk in front of their. I mean, it's a public street. It's not like he's like breaking in someone's home, like he's break busting open windows and climbing in, like, hey, what y'all doing in here? He's not doing anything illegal. This person, he or they have a YouTube channel where they walk up and down, like they'll show you like where the idols' house is, their neighborhood. It's not a secret. Most of the to be honest with you, most of the famous people in Korea live like all of them live in like the same area. There's a place called Olympic Park, and so they live kind of like in the same area. So like Bang Shiuk, he lives in like this lavish penthouse, and then J Hope lives not too far from Jimin, and then Suga has moved around a few times. There's a whole rumor about Suga saying that he didn't get along with his neighbors. That's neither here nor there. But Suga has moved like 3 times, and they were saying that he had some kind of kerfluffle with his neighbors, and that they didn't say what it was, but they said that he supposedly lived one place, and then somebody violated his privacy, and then he moved someplace else, and then he apparently got into it with the neighbors. So I don't know what exactly he got into the neighbors about. Sugar seems like a pretty quiet kind of guy, so it couldn't be a noise thing. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like his neighbors. Maybe his neighbors were trying to film him. Maybe So now Sugar supposedly, allegedly, what I heard, okay, is he's getting a villa built. Like Sugar's actually getting a villa built a little bit outside of Seoul, like not too far from where JK lives, because JK was living in this luxury penthouse apartment, and people knew where he lived, and so JK actually got a house built now. It's like behind this like this park. It's like these really expensive homes, and he got it built from the ground up, and it's very nice. But the idea that people were shocked that like people were camped out, I was like, I know where JK lives. You'll find a playlist on K-pop. All right, it's like a whole playlist. I was like, people were shocked that people were showing up. I wasn't shocked. I was just like, well, shit. I think it's strange. I wouldn't be camping outside of Jungkook's house. Like, I'm not that. I wouldn't. I'm not that invested. But the fact that people were like so shocked that these people knew where they live, and I was like, obviously you haven't seen these YouTube channels. I know where Jenny of Blackpink, I know where she lives. Like I said, a lot of these idols and everything, they live very close to each other. Like it's called Olympic Park. It's like a whole like district. There's like a Gangnam district of Seoul where all the rich people live. And so they hello Natalie. And it's like it's not a secret. It's not like they're in hiding. They do have to live their lives. But apparently, like I said, I heard that Jungkook just got this beautiful, beautiful house built. And apparently, what I heard, allegedly, rumor, is that Suga's getting he's getting a villa built. So we'll have more privacy. K-pop hometown, I wonder what sound BTS is going to come back with. Are they going to do an English comeback since the members were mostly English now? I don't know. Um, I I that's a good question. That's a good question. But yeah, the solos are mostly English. That's a good question. Odd is a good, it's a fabulous question. I don't have an answer to that. I don't know what kind of music they're. I want to know what J-Hope is gonna do. J-Hope going on tour. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Is he? I know J-Hope is coming out with new music. They've already said it. Like J and did y'all say that? Did you see that J-Hope was in Paris? Did y'all see J-Hope on the airplane? Be safe. Okay, thank you, Regina. How do you know where JK's house is at? It's not a secret, Natalie. It's online. There's a YouTuber that goes by Idol's Homes and he'll show you like where they live. Most of them live in like these big penthouse high rises. But Jungkook actually used to live in one of these penthouse high rises, but he has a house built. And so there's a YouTube channel that will do walking tours. And like they showed like every month like the progression of JK's house being built. And it's built. And so it's not a secret. It's yeah, it's there. It's like public knowledge. Like it's public knowledge. But these people were camped out in front of his house, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with stalking idols. It's illegal, and people shouldn't do that. They should give them their privacy. But yeah, but I heard Sugar's getting a villa built so he can have more privacy. Because apparently, like I said, they were trying to make Sugar out like he was the devil incarnate a couple of months ago, and that rumor did come out that he was fighting with his neighbors, that he's moved yet again, and I know when military service started, he moved from his Olympic Park penthouse to where he got into the scooter thing with. But what I heard is that he has moved again after the scooter incident. They have said that he is either fixing to move or he's moved again, or he's moving in February somewhere else. So I don't know. I see people dragging Amber for moving from what for removing Jungkook from his followers. That's kind of creepy. Let the guy build his house. It's kind of creepy. It's very creepy. But I mean, that's what you have to do. You gotta. I said Jungkook should have some strong security and a nice gate in front of his home. And he does. He has a nice gate, and I would have security there at all times, just in case somebody get crazy and try to break in my house. Because people in America, people are broken into celebrities' homes. Like crazy. Sometimes crazy people. Sometimes people break into celebrities' homes to steal shit. So that's what happened in America. Now Korea is a little bit different. You don't really have that like high level of crime, but in America, yes, people have broken into to celebrities' homes and stolen things, or just slept in their beds. Like it's just weird. So you got to have a really good security system. People are dragging RM for removing Jungkook from his followers. His followers on where? Instagram? I don't know. I don't follow RM on Instagram or none of them. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on X or Twitter. Oh, okay. I am on Weverse. I'm Nomadic Kitty on Weverse, and I am on Blue Sky. I'm Nomadic Kitty on Blue Sky. So if you guys want to follow me there, I would appreciate it. I am going to start a Patreon soon, just in time enough. Hopefully, Patreon is a lot. It's a lot. It's going to take me a lot of time to really. I thought it would be something I would be able to set up, but it's not. But I'm going to set it up, and then hopefully, if I can go to the J Hope concert, I'll post it on Patreon. Still, there are things asleep in their dead. They do. People do. I forgot which celebrity came home and found this lady slept was in his bed. She was sleeping in his bed. Like she knew who he was, and she was like some obsessed crazy fan. There's been crazy fans that have broken into celebrities' homes in America. Like I said, there's people who used to go around and rob celebrities' homes when they were out of town or on trips. They break into celebrities' homes and go and steal their safes and rob them because they know they have jewelry and clothes, and they would go steal their Louis Vuitton bags out their homes. You would scream. I would scream my heart out too. Somebody walked in my house and somebody's laying in my bed. I think the celebrity, he just kind of backed out and like called 911, and then the person woke up and confronted him, and he was trying to be like, okay, trying to, because you don't know if that person's gonna pull out a knife or a gun. You don't know what kind of mental state this crazy person is. But yeah, it was a crazed fan that broke into their homes, and so yeah, I hopefully Jungkook has security and stuff like that. Do you think shipping members is weird? For example, the Jungkook and V1 is kind of weird. Do I think shipping members is weird? I don't find it. unusual because this has been going on a lot in K-pop. It's not anything new to BTS or K-pop. This has been going on a lot in K-pop. I understand it, but then I don't quite understand it. But I psychologically, I watched a whole video about it. And so I didn't understand it, but now I understand now. But it's not for me. I write K-pop fan fiction, BTS fan fiction, but I do not ship the members together in my fan fiction. No. In my fan fiction, no. My fan fiction is YN and Sugar. So YN could be you and Sugar. That's my in my fan fiction. I have to say it's in my community tab and it's pretty damn good. It can be a little spicy. I'm gonna post on Patreon where I can really post like my spicy fanfic because this it can be spicy and I don't know if YouTube is gonna let me post some of the things that I've written. I don't understand either because it contributes to haters thinking that BTS is gay. I don't let the haters think that they're gay. Um, it's very much in Asian culture. It doesn't bother me because I watch anime. So those of you who watch anime and read manga, y'all understand that in anime and manga, there are a lot of BL fandoms. Like BL stands for boy love. There's whole boy love anime and mangas in China, in Japan. It's all over Asia. It is a whole thing, and the most people that like the BL stuff is girls. And it is a whole the boy love thing is a whole thing. People wanted I remember when I was big into Naruto, okay? People wanted Sasuke and Naruto to be together so bad. They shipped them together. I read fan fiction. I've seen videos. I've seen fan made pictures. People are always trying to ship Naruto and Sasuke together. So to me, K-pop is no different from anime. I watched the BL stuff. I read a BL story that had me traumatized. Like I was traumatized because I was scared for the main character and it had me. I forgot the name of it. But BL is big in China. China with all of its censorship and all of its anti-gay stuff. There is a lot of BL in their culture. Like it is a lot. It's a lot. Like this whole BL like Chinese dramas. I'm just like, there's a BL Chinese drama. I said, well, y'all playing. And I sit there and watched it and I was like, I watched this whole thing. I was riveted. I was like, and it's one of the most popular historical dramas is a BL drama about this prince king of heaven who falls in love with this mortal man. It's a whole thing, okay? Whole thing in China that everybody's just kind of like, it's fantasy. It's fantasy. So I guess because it's fantasy and historical, I guess it's okay for a mountain god or a sky god or whatever to fall in love with some king. I guess. Like I was just like, whatever helps you sleep at night, China. Like if that helps you sleep at night and justify it, I guess. Girl saw a comment saying V is gay. I don't think V. I honestly do not believe that V is gay, but I don't care if they are gay. It doesn't bother me if they're gay. I promise you, out of seven of them, I think at least one is gay, but I don't know which one it is though. I don't think it's Sugar. I think Sugar gets a lot of girls. I don't think it's JK. I would never speculate on their own sex because to me, their sexuality is whatever. I don't know. They might like men and women. I don't know. Now I tell you what I do know. I tell you what I do know. I do know of two female gay idols. I know at least two, and I won't tell you how I know what I know, but I know of at least two gay female idols. One of them, her group is disbanded, and another one, well, I know of three. I know three. One of them, two of them, their groups are disbanded. One of them is in an active K-pop group right now. So I do know of three K idols allegedly females that are gay. I know some male ones that are rumored that they were gay. But I mean, it's the entertainment industry. All these people, these trainees who want to sing and want to dance and everything like that. Somebody's gay. Like especially when you're talking about the history of the entertainment industry, even in Asia and even in America, it just attracts that kind of, people who are really creative into art. A lot of them tend to be like LGBTQIA. And I don't mind, I don't think V is gay. No, I think him and Jenny and Blackpink were together. I think they have an on again, off again relationship. I think that they have lots of Jenny and V have feelings for each other, and as to how deep it is or how shallow it is, we will never know. But I know that they were together. Now Jungkook. I have a feeling that Jungkook, I don't know. I just say I don't know. But I know V out of everybody in BTS, V would be the last one I would think that would be gay. But then we may be wrong. He may be into men and women. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that my sister-in-law has a theory that she thinks Sugar is fluid in his relations, that she thinks that Sugar would be the one that would like men and women. Because Sugar has said things throughout the years of him, not really seeing gender or age or color, that he just wants to be with somebody that cares for him and can put up with him. And so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how much validity I give to that talk. But out of seven, I would say the odds, there's a 50% chance at least one of them might, and it's always the one that you least expected. It's always the one that you're like, man, and you be like, that's how it usually goes. It's always one that you leave. But I do know three. I know somebody that's in an idol group right now that allegedly is lesbian, that she likes the girls, and everybody kind of knows it. And it is not really, it's kind of an open secret that she likes the girls. And you would never think that this person would be like liking the girl, but she likes the girl. And when I say she likes the girls, she likes the girls. Like she pulls girls like it ain't nothing. Like she has a bunch of female friends that are always around her and taking pictures on Instagram and social media. And they be like, oh, they friends. And then, yeah, yeah. She's friends with this actress and that actress. And you be like, and now from what I heard, she's friends with a lot of people, a lot of other a lot of female actresses come her way. Yeah. And she be like, oh, she with this model, oh, she with this choreographer, and oh, let's take a picture, girl. And you be like, and then you would never even know it unless I heard the rumor, and then I know somebody that knows somebody, and they're like, yeah, she kind of. They like, yeah, she kind of like the ladies. She can pull them. She's a good looking woman. So yeah, I love their music. I wouldn't care whether they would be straight or gay or whatever. It's not my business what they do. If they want to come out and say they got a husband one day, I'll be like, congratulations. Just like it's like if they would get married. Like but it's hard. This is a conversation I had before. I was like, it must be terrible to be BTS and try to date. Jimin gives off the most gay vibe. I think Jimin does. I think Jimin is just very feminine. Sonu from Hypen has such a gay vibe going on. He is my bias from Hypen. I love him. He is such a queen. He is just my prissy little queen. Like he is just like, girl, I'll be like, ooh, I like him. I like him. He's very feminine. But like I tell people, I said you have to be careful with Korea because if you know Korean culture, the feminine and the masculine is not like it is in the West. In the West, it is very toxic as fuck. The feminine and masculine is very toxic in the West, especially in America. I can't speak for anywhere else because I live in America. I've only lived in America. But for someone who's been around Koreans and been around Korean culture and talked to real Koreans who live in Korea, their masculine and feminine is not the same. There are things that men do and boys do and young men do that for us would be like, oh, that's so gay. But to them, it's just normal. It's normal to be affectionate with a man, whether that person be your son, grandson, father, friend. It's normal. It's not something that's conceived as perverted. Like I've talked about Korea and spas. I was like, you do know in spas in Korea you have to be naked. Like you can't like here in America you walk in a spa and they give you a nice little shorts and a little top and a little robe or sometimes and you walk in there. But in Korea they're like, oh, we go to the spa naked with your friends, with your dad, with your son. It's not a big deal to see, you're with other men to walk around a spa and all the men are naked. When you're a woman and you go to the women's side of the spa, you're expected to take your clothes off and you just walk around naked. You may put a towel around your shoulders, but it's not nudity is not a thing, a stigma like it is here. And so the same thing about being affectionate with another man, it's not considered something homosexual or gay or weird. It's kind of like what people do. Like I know in Asia and Japan and Korea, they have this game, like this spanking game where they smack each other on the butt. And it's so weird. And for us, I'm like, to see another man smacking another man on his ass is like, what? Like, oh my God. But it's like a game there, you know. So it's not considered something gay. It's just a game. But here it'd be like, no, you said, Darn Simi said, no, I'm bringing my robe. Now, baby, I'm bringing my robe. I'm bringing my long sleeve shirt. Girl, I may wear a parka. I may show up with a jacket on. Girl, I may be with a jacket on. Girl, I'll be up here. Girl, I may be up here. I may turn Muslim. I may be up here with a hijab. Y'all don't know me. I walk in there talking about, okay, what we doing? They be like, what you doing, Keisha? I'm like, oh, who is my bias and straight kids? Mine is IN. I'll be up here in a spot like this with a hijab on. Y'all don't know me. Cause I do not like getting naked. Do not like getting. I am not one for nudity. I'm not that one. I'll be up here with a snowsuit on. Y'all don't know me. I'm bringing my shorts. I'm bringing my t-shirt. I'm bringing my jacket. I'm gonna put a whole damn burqa on. Y'all don't know. I'll be head to toe with a burqa. All you can see is just my eyes. Just my eyes. They be like, "Are you wearing a burqa, Kiki? You got a burqa on?" I'll be like, "Yes." Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam. Up in here. Peace be upon you, my brother. Oh, you don't like, because I feel like there's B side. The B siders be a banger in La Seraphim. Have you heard that song Perot? That song Perot is a banger K-pop home. Like that song at I be like, where my girls at? Where my girls at? That song Perot. Dun, 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 dun. Where my girls? Dun, 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 dun. Where my girls? Like that's my song right there. That's a B side. They need to do a music video for Perot. That song is good. Kimmy over here laughing. Girl, girl. I'll be having to be in a burqa. People be like, is she up here in a burqa? Girl, I'll be in a burqa. Y'all don't know. I don't do nudity. I don't do nudity. I don't want to see nobody else's turkey niblets. I don't want to see your tiggle bitties. I don't want to see your gams. I don't want to see none of that. Gone now. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see that. So, like the idea of me going to a spa, I went to a spa here in America, and they have like a body scrub in like a whirlpool area, and you walk in, and there's like you got to be naked. Like at the door, they're like, warning, you got to be naked. Like and so I went to do the body scrub, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just keep my bathing suit on. They was like, no, you got to take the whole bathing suit off. I was traumatized. Like I was literally traumatized. They had these little Asian ladies, and they scrub you all over your body, and my skin felt amazing, but I was traumatized. I was just like, and then after they scrub you, tell you go stand up in the shower, and there's a bunch of other women standing in the shower, and it's like an open shower, and I had to stand in the shower, and like I'm just sitting there like this, like, girl, I was traumatized. My fragile little mind. I was so traumatized, girl. Y'all don't know. Y'all do not know. I know y'all laughing. I was so damn traumatized. I could barely get the sugar off. I'm like, why these women? And then these other women are up there like, la 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 la, scrub. And I'm just sitting there going, y'all ain't, no, I ain't gonna be, no. You talking about turn around and leave, somebody ain't gonna be naked. Kimmy talking about she ran up out of there. Girl, I wanted to run up out of there, but I was naked. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay. And I walk back over to the table, and then they put the lotion all over you, girl. That was too traumatic for me. I was like, my mind was blown. And then they have you sit in a whirlpool, and it's like a bunch of, like, it's a salt whirlpool, and everybody's naked. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm just like, just shaking. Like, I was so traumatized by that. By the way, there's a new K-pop group called Candace, and they debuted recently with their song Playground with a full-length album. Kind of similar to Young Posse. Okay. Last week, okay, we're gonna talk about new groups since we talk about new groups. Is that what they call them, new groups? Last week, somebody on here, some wonderful person, is like you need to look up X Love. And I looked up X Love and they have a song called I'ma Be and I fell in love with it and X Love. So now we're this week, K-pop Home is saying Candace. So I'm going to look up Candace on YouTube right now because y'all be giving me some bangers. I'm in love with X Love. Like I'm a fan now. I was like, okay. And I like to find new groups like the moment they debut. Cause then it's like I feel like I'm getting in on like the back end because I want to follow a group where I can like get in on the back end. Okay, Candace, let's see. They are four lovely young ladies. And I love Young Posse. XXL, XXL. I love that. I love that sound. Like I love that hip hop. Oh, I had it on. Oh, let me turn it down because YouTube be up here talking about. Okay, let me put it on. Let me put it on mute. Okay, I like the little blonde one. She's cute. They're very similar to Young Posse. They cute. I like the blonde one. She's cute. She's cute. They're like wearing clothes that I used to wear back in the 90s. I want to listen to this whole song. Like I said, y'all be just suggesting me all kinds of groups. So I like this. So I tell people that there is a new group out called Kickflip. Um, the JYP group. I don't know how I feel about Kickflip. Y'all go listen to them. I heard their debut song. It was not my cup of tea. I don't know if you guys have heard Kickflip, but it wasn't my cup of tea. They're supposed to have some kind of skateboard concept, but I didn't see that in the video. I saw like maybe three different skateboards in the video, and I didn't. They weren't on them very long, so I don't understand how they named kickflip when I haven't seen them do any like skateboarding stuff. So I don't know how that is. Um, I do love X Love. I love X Love. I'ma be. It's X Love is my whole entire vibe. Like it's just it speaks to me on so many levels. I like the whole androgynous angle. I like something new. I like to see new stuff. I like different stuff. I like boy groups. I don't really like girl groups. So girl groups is not really my thing, y'all. I know some of y'all go hard for y'all girl groups. I don't really like girl groups. There's only a few girl groups I really like. But I will check out this one. I'm looking at their video right now. Um, okay, hello, Adrena, what's up? You back? Hey, you back? And I like their style. Like I like Candace. I like their style. It's very like again, it's very like me in like 1997. It's very 1997 Kiki, so I like it. I like Young Posse. I like their songs. It's a very like throwback. What's the group? X Love. XLOV. That's how I spell XLOV. They are pretty good. Yeah. And then like I said, I like the kickflip. I don't know if kickflip is coming out with a full album. Let me go look. Because again, I didn't like kickflip. I don't know. I think they kind of had. I don't know what kind of reaction that they've had. I have to go and look and see because let's see. So far, kickflip is only introduced. Oh, they have a teaser for another song. Eight Turn. They're a boy group. No, I've never heard of Eight Turn. I gotta look that up in a minute. I'm gonna look them up too. Whatever y'all suggest to me. Okay, so kickflip are virtually skating. Um, so kickflip was about to come out with a new song, and so they did a teaser. Okay, it's okay. You would check out X Love. Yeah, they're good. Eight Turn, Eight Turn. Let me go look at Eight Turn. Let's see. Adrena says Eight Turn. I like to discover new groups. Eight Turn. Let me go back. These names, K-pop names. Do y'all watch Kville? I meant to ask y'all. If you do not watch Kville, please watch Kville. Kville changed my life. Kville is a YouTube channel that will show you the Korean charts. They'll give like little excerpts of what's on the Korean charts, and they'll go through the whole Korean chart from a song 100 all the way to song one. So you kind of get like a sense of what Koreans are listening to, because the music that's really popular in Korea, there are some groups that are really popular that have not crossed over in America. So it's just nice to see what Koreans are into, because the music style is different. Okay, we're going to do eight turn tic tac. There's another tic tac song, Lord. If I hear tic tac or tippy tap or tic tac, I'm losing my mind. I'm just gonna lose my mind. I'm going to. Oh, this is old. How long has eight turn been around? Because this says this is like a year ago. Have they not had a comeback yet? Let's see. Let me click on the videos. Okay, I'm looking at this video. Cause I like Boy Next Door. I like Boy Next Door, Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's my song right there. I that song. Every time I hear that song puts a smile on my face. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Da, 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 da. What are y'all doing? I have to give it my kids. Oh, they had a comeback single, did they? Okay, let's see. The video's cute for a small like company. Oh, I kind of like. I just heard a little bit of the Tic Tac song. I kind of like that. I like that. Oh, you already saw X Love? Okay, they debuted in 2023. Oh, they're having a comeback. Okay, well, this Tic Tac song, a little bit that I could listen to it. I like it. Do y'all know AT's got the number one song right now in Korea? AT's that Ice on My Teeth. Ice on My Teeth. I saw AT's in concert in June, but I do not like Ice on My Teeth. They could have kept that. That's not for me. That's not for me. I'm sorry. Ice on the teeth is not for me. It's not for me, ladies. I I think that that's just not mine. And I love ATs, but God knows that song is like ice on my teeth. Ice on my teeth. I'm just like, uh, I'm just like, what the, that is just not, you know, that's just not my idea of of a good song, you know. I just, yeah. I'm looking at these videos. Ice on my teeth. Ice on my teeth. Okay. It's all right. XG is they got some more things. If you have not checked it, I like XG. XG is my girl. And then I like Card. I can tell people, if you have not checked out Card, you are sleeping on Card. Card is a really good group. They're a mixed group. There are two guys and two girls, and I saw them in concert. So you know, so yeah, if you have not checked out Card, please do. You know, so just go check out Card. And they're on tour right now. They just posted like 42 minutes ago. Card is back in Brazil. Card is very popular in Latin America. They're in Korea. They just came out with a song called Detox. I want to detox from all the name of the mixtape is Card. It's Kard. I stand XG too. I like Harvey. Harvey's my girl. No, I'm not into NCT 127. No, I know that they're huge in Korea, but they just not my thing. I just no, not my thing. Not my thing. But yeah, Card is great. Card is my kind of music. I am a hip hop rap line girl. I like BTS. I love BTS, but I really like the rap line. I like J-Hope. I like RM, and I like, of course, Suga. Suga's my bias. So I am a rap line girl. I like T.O.P. I like him when he was a rapper. I like rappers. I'm a rap girl. I like Latin hip hop, Latin infused kind of music. Card is definitely like that. Card goes so hard. I never heard of Card, and then they were coming to tour in Dallas, and they were like, "Let's go see Card," and I was like, "Who is Card?" And I went and listened to their music and fell in love with their music, and I was like, "I got to know everything about this group." T.O.P is your bias, girl. That's a good bias to have. T.O.P is a lot of people's bias now. T.O.P is so popular right now. Every time I do a YouTube short, it blows up. Like I can barely post like 2 seconds of Thanos, and it just like it blew it. T.O.P is the best thing to happen to my channel. It blew my channel up. Are you a VIP, Adrena? Are you a VIP? Or are you just a T.O.P fan? VIP is them Big Bang. That's their fandom. T.O.P done blew up my channel, y'all. Like he really between BTS and T.O.P helped blow up my channel. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, y'all. But you know, uh wow, I'm looking at what has happened. Okay. Da, 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 da. It's a really it's a you are a VIP. Ah, you're a VIP. Like yeah, I did a whole video on my YouTube channel. If you look at my videos, I did a 3 days ago I did uh I did a whole video about T.O.P and his history, and people are loving it. Like people, some messages like, "We love this video." It's very pro Big Bang. It's very pro T.O.P. It's unabashedly celebrating the singing the praises of T.O.P in that video. Like but there, like I said, that video to me is just trying to um bring his story to the Squid Game people. Because, like I said, a lot of people watched Squid Game and they were like, who is this person? And they fell in love. But definitely check it out. Thank you, Adrienne. I also did shorts about him. I did a short today that just came out a couple of hours ago talking about his interview in the Korean Times. The Korea Times, he just did an interview on the 15th the other day, which is his first interview in 11 years. And I thought that was fascinating. And that's why I was talking about earlier that I didn't want Sugar to be TOP'd. That I feel like that Sugar's going to be carrying around this stigma as long as T.O.P. Maybe not as long, hopefully, because the charge wasn't, drug, but it's alcohol. But it's just as bad. And I said I just felt like that they may try to T.O.P. Sugar, that he may never live the scooter incident down, which is pathetic. But it's Korea. I just don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know how this is gonna go. But hopefully it'll go well. Hopefully go well for Sugar. And hopefully if he needs to get out of the country and go spend some time somewhere else or get a house somewhere else, then do you, boo. Do you? That's just how it goes. That's just how K-pop goes. Yeah, 11 years. 11 years. And even hate today. Like people are like, oh, 11 years. That was 11 years ago. I was like, have you read the Korean news? I've read the Korean vlogs. I've read the Korean message boards. I've read things that people said about him in Korea. I read a lot of the Korean media. And in the Korean media, they were saying horrible things about him during Squid Game too. They were saying that they didn't like his performance, that it was bad acting. I mean, it's basically like another witch hunt. And then I watched his performances and his clips, and I'm like, this is what y'all. They were so bad. They were saying that T.O.P should apologize to international fans because his acting was so over the top and it was bad. And then international fans loved it. they were eating it up. And then I was like, and y'all want this man to apologize for what? Like just because they still hate him because of the marijuana. I was like, he didn't hurt nobody. He smoked some weed. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, people. It's like, calm down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My classmates don't know that they hate him. They're in love with. Yeah, exactly. I was like, nobody. And then international fans found out that he got caught smoking weed, and people liked him even more. They was like, what? Now, I know people who were like, oh shit, we really like him now. They was like, oh, he was smoking some weed. They was like, my dude. I know some people that was just like, some people were like, well, who cares? It was 11 years ago. And then some people were like, oh my God, that made him even cooler in America. They was like, oh, he real cool there. Like, yeah, like they don't care about that. They don't care about that here. Like people was just like 11 years ago and people still on that. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, he was doing that. They were saying he was one of the. They said that he stole the show. They said Squid Game he stole. That's all everybody been talking about. Nobody, I ain't hear nobody talk about any of the other damn actors. It was just like Thanos this, Thanos that, Thanos shorts, Thanos costumes, Thanos hair. People dyeing their hair purple. I mean, you. I was like, who else is in this show? Everyone's like, and nobody cares. It's like, who else is in this show? Anybody care about that? Well, what happened with the other people and the other dude? Nobody care about that. Just roll those Thanos clips again. I was like, well, dang, okay. Well, dang, like, nobody care. Just keep rolling those Thanos clips. Like, like nobody, all the clips I see of the show is of him. Every YouTube channel I go to is Squid Game. It's just, I was like, is there anything else happening in this show? They're like, girl, don't worry about it. Nobody cares. Trina says exactly, girl. If Korea was a person, they'd be single. No, they be keeping track of every little thing that you do. They be have a checkboard like you didn't flush the toilet, you didn't wash the dishes, you didn't clean up behind yourself. Like Korea would be the worst, be the worst boyfriend or girlfriend. Like every little thing that you do, they would just blame you for it and harp on it there. Are they bringing him back for season three? They better bring him back for season three because they're gonna be a near damn riot. These people they was in my comment section on my YouTube shorts like he not dead though. Thanos is not dead. He's still alive. I was like, okay. I was like, calm down, fangirls. Calm down. Breathe. Because they was like, nah, he's still alive though. And I hope they pay T.O.P more because I know he did not make a lot of money when he did Squid Game 2 because it was such a risk to put him in the show that they lowballed him on his money. I hope to God that if he is in Squid Game 3, that they pay him all the money because without his performance, I mean, this is the third highest rated Netflix show now. Squid Game season 2 is number 3 on Netflix all time. Squid Game is 1, Wednesday's 2, and then Squid Game season 2 is number 3. So and it just keeps growing. Like more people just keep watching. So it's no stopping it. Um, yeah, they said he never died. He just crawled away. Yeah, I thought he died with the fork, but then, if they don't bring him back on season 3, people are gonna be upset because people are like, "No, you cannot kill Thanos. Like you just can't." I had people tell me that no, he not dead. No, girl, he ain't dead. We no, they gonna bring him back. I said, "Wow." I said, "Okay, you know what? You do you, boo." Now, girl, he not dead. He not dead. He not. It's like I don't know. So the fans say, "Girl, he not dead." So I'm just gonna defer to y'all. Y'all said he not dead. I look. He's popular enough. They will find some way that fork did not kill his ass. They're like, no, the fork didn't kill him. He's good. He's all right. They gonna find some way. But I like Big Bang. I was talking about Big Bang. The days of K-pop when like K-pop was avant-garde and daring and artistic and sexy. I said, people talk about BTS comeback. Here's some things that I would like to see in a BTS comeback. Number one, I want to see BTS to be grown. No, I like Butter and Dynamite and Permission to Dance. I don't like Permission to Dance. That's not my song. It just Permission to Dance. I'm just sitting there like this. But I like The Best Is Yet to Come. And but I haven't listened to all of BTS's music, so y'all forgive me. But I want to see BTS be grown and sexy. I want them to have at least a grown and sexy, a few songs in there that are grown and sexy. These men are 30 something years old by now. Like I understand that we got to keep it. The K-pop is so damn sanitized right now that it's shocking that it makes me long for the days of Big Bang when they were talking about bang, bang, bang. Big Bang was like bang, bang, bang. And then they was running around with no shirts on. And Taeyoung was like bang, bang, bang. And then the girls was out there and the girls was like bang, bang, bang. Like I was like, they had people on leashes. I was like, what? Bring this era back. I digress. I know I'm never going to get this era of K-pop back again. Maybe one day somebody's going to be like, we should bring this back. because they need to bring it back. I just want to see BTS be grown and sexy. I don't want to see Sugar go into hiding and just have to scurry off the stage or not interact with fans. I wish Sugar would post something on Weverse just to let fans know that I'm here, I'm okay. And I want Sugar to be defiant. I want him to be like, I don't give a damn what that Korean media got to say. I don't give a damn. And if he want to come out here and do a Weverse post, he should be able to come out here and be like, guess what? I'm doing a Weverse post. And I don't care who got something to say about it. Who gonna come check me? I dare you. And he should be able to do Weverse posts and release music and do whatever he want to do. And this is going to be the test case for all K idols. And if Sugar can overcome this, then all idols are going to have hope that they too can overcome things, instead of getting ran out the group like they did that guy in Rise. Remember that guy in Rise and they ran his. I did a whole video about the 2024 scandals and how they ran that dude out of Rise. Thanos is not dead. He crawled away. We making a comeback. Yes. Yay. I'm happy. I'm glad he didn't die. Because I don't want him to die. He's too popular to be died. But yeah, I want BTS to come back. What I want to see is Sugar to come out and be out and proud and just be like, I'm here, I'm making music. Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me, boo? Like who you finna tell me I can't be on Weverse and I can't do whatever. I want Sugar to just be like, if he wants to come out of hiding, then let him come out of hiding. And let him just post stuff and act like nothing happened. Like we're not answering any questions to the press, we're not answering any Scooter questions. I'm coming out, I'm not hiding anymore. Like I'm tired of hiding, I'm tired of being left out of everybody else is releasing things, and then the only person that's missing from this equation is poor Sugar. He's the only one that hasn't released anything, said anything, did anything. We don't get no book, we don't get nothing. I'm tired of Sugar hiding. He should just be like, the hell with it, I'm coming out. If he wants to. I don't know, he might not want to. But it's just all he might be focusing on his mental health and what he needs to do. And if that's so, that's lovely. Then he needs to stay in hiding. But I don't want Sugar to feel like when BTS comes back that he has to be in hiding. I want BTS to be grown and sexy. I want BTS to sing some really good ballads. I want BTS to get out there. I want JK to get out there and really belt it out and croon. And I want Veed with his deep, smoky voice to come out and I want them to sing really sexy some, not every song, but just to be grown and sexy. I want them to act like 30-year-old men. I want them to level up their music. I mean, BTS is phenomenal, but I want them to do something different. I don't want them to come out with the same type of music that they had before. You love Sugar, but Jen is your bias is Jen, worldwide handsome. Worldwide handsome, Lord. Jen is like a vampire. He's looked the same for like all these 13 years. When I go back and watch those, I watched an old video of BTS uh from 12 years ago. And Jen still looks the same. I'm looking at Jen like did he like teleport out the video? Like is Jen a time traveler? Like he like, okay, I'm finna go back. I'm finna go back to 2014. And then he'd be like, poof, 2025. I'm like, Jen, are you time traveling? Are you a vampire? Are you just not aging? Because Jen looks the same. And no matter what video I see Jen in, he looks the same. Like he has not aged in really a lot in all these years. He's aged pretty well. Um, I would have to say. So Jen, I think out of everybody in BTS, Jen has aged the least. He still looks good. He's like a vampire. Like he is a vampire gene. I'll be looking at Jen, I'll be like, he hasn't changed. He still got the same face. Deja vu. No, my favorite song by TXT is because I saw them in concert. TXT is like my gateway to K-pop. I didn't know anything about K-pop. I didn't like K-pop until I saw TXT in concert, and it changed my life. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if it wasn't for me going to a TXT concert, and my mind was blown because I had such a good time. But Can't You See Me is my favorite. Can't You See Me and Puma are my two favorite songs by TXT. I love Can't You See Me. Deja Vu. I like Deja Vu. But I like Can't You See Me? When I saw them perform that, I don't know what Worldwide Handsome Secret is. I don't know if it's a fountain of youth. He didn't tap in the fountain or something. But I don't know what. But I saw TXT in concert And I had no idea that this is what a K-pop concert was. Like I'm thinking like it's a normal. I told this story before that I went to see a K-pop concert. My sister-in-law paid for tickets and she's like, please go to this concert with me. I don't want to go by myself. And I said, okay, fine, girl, I'll sit through it. I don't know who TXT was. I'm like, girl, I don't like K-pop. This is childish. And then the moment we got to the arena and it was packed and there was a bunch of screaming girls and I'm looking around and I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. And then they dropped the screen and then they put a video up on the screen and it was TXT and they were dressed in costumes, right? And then they have like this whole like little video montage, like this little storyline. And I was like, girl, you didn't, girl. Now, the moment you wear costumes and you have a storyline, you have me hooked. Because if anybody know, I'm a sucker for costumes. I like a good storyline, okay? If you bring in the theatrical element to anything, I am hooked. They came out in costumes. The moment they come in, I went from looking like this. They came out in costumes. I'm like, oh girl, they wearing costumes. They look like princes, and they came out in costumes. And then the music, and then it was like thunder and lightning, and then they did like a, dun, 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 dun. I was like, what is this? I was like, this is like a theater show. I was riveted. I stood up. I was like, and yeah, and they was like, fear I'm a cat, you're the dog, and they did cat and dog, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, I was like, okay, yeah. Anytime you bring a theatrical element to your music, and after then, I went home and downloaded every TXT song I could find, cause I was like, this, it was and I was like, if this is what K-pop is about, I'm on board. I love the theater of it. Stray Kids, my favorite song is Taste. I did a YouTube short about me listening to Taste with my kids. And it's a really funny short, and a lot of Stray Kids fans was cracking up because I hadn't heard that song before, and I listened to it with my kids, and I was like, oh, this got a good beat, and I was like, this song is a little spicy. I was a little spicy. You're in South Africa. Idols never come to Africa. Oh, I think they have been in South. Didn't they go to Johannesburg? No, maybe no. I don't know. I only know the K-pop concert, the tours that come here, but they should come to South Africa. Yeah, I said Adrena, it's Taste by Stray Kids. I'm not a Stray Kids fan. I like Taste and I liked with their red light song where they were tying each other up. I like that. I like any song where they was like tying each other up. I was like, what is this? The first time I saw Stray Kids was like that song. It was like their red light song. And I was like, what are they tying each other up? I was like, well, I'm intrigued, but I'm not a Stray Kids fan, but I am going to their concert though. Just because I mean, my sister-in-law likes Stray Kids. She likes Stray Kids a lot more than I do. I didn't like ATs either. ATs is not, I liked a few of their songs. Like I knew like five AT songs. But their concert was so awesome. Like they had a giant octopus or squid on stage. Like it was, K-pop concerts, when they bring the theatrical, I am all for it. In Hypen was a good concert. It had a lot of lights. In Hypen had a lot of like really kind of cool light show. So I appreciate that. They had a stage that moved, and In Hypen had a lot of like stage movements and stuff. But TXT, um, I said TXT is probably one of the best concerts, and ATs have been the best two K-pop concerts I've been to. ATs had a really good fandom. Like their fandom was awesome. Like their fans were really, really into ATs. They had a very diverse fans. TXT had a bunch of little kids. They had a bunch of little girls. It was a bunch of 10,000 screaming little girls. I was like, oh my God. Who is my bias in Hypen? I'm not an Hypen fan. The only song, I only know two songs by Hypen. Um, the Bite Me song, you and me in this world, so come kiss me and bite me. I know that song, and I know, oh, my favorite song in Hypen is Fever. You give me fever, 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 fever. I love that song. I love that song. And I think there's one other song I know, but I don't know a lot of I go to K-pop concerts and I don't know anything about the bands. Like when I went to go see Gravity, I don't know if you guys heard of Gravity, but I went to go see Gravity and I didn't know anything about Gravity. And then Card, I'd never heard of Card until we went to go and I fell in love with Card after listening to their music. I didn't know anything about Card either until I saw their. I didn't know anything about TXT. Never heard of TXT. I wasn't into K-pop. I didn't get into K-pop until 2 years ago. We went to go see TXT, and then ever since then we've been to concerts like every couple of months. Um, let's see. In Hypen, I was in the 10th row in Hypen. ATs because my sister-in-law is a big ATs fan. We were in the 5th row at ATs. Who was my bias in TXT? I like Subin and I like Kai. You like Taehyung. I like Subin and I like Kai. Kai is kind of like my baby. He's kind of like he reminds me of my son. Kai reminds me a lot of my son. A lot. A lot. Just like in personality and mannerisms and face and he reminds me of my son. And then Subin, I like Subin just because I like Subin. Even though he's been sick and hospitalized and all kinds of stuff going on with Subin, and they have to take a hiatus. They've been working so hard though. They deserve a break to be with their family. They've been working so hard. They've been trying to pick up the mantle of TXT. I'm trying to think. Okay, I'm trying to think. I saw TXT. I saw Gravity. Oh, I saw Zykers. Have you guys heard of Zykers, which is like the little brothers of Atiz? I saw them in concert too. I knew I was missing one. Subin is your bias record. Subin looks like an anime character. He has the face of like an anime. Like he reminds me of like an anime manga Japanese character. Like he has like the perfect face. But I like Subin. I like his personality. He's very like quiet and deadpan. Like the way I like my K-pop idols apparently. I like my K-pop idols quiet, savage, uh weirdo. I think Sugar is a weirdo. I think Sugar's a weirdo. You've heard of Zykers? Yeah, they're like the little brothers of Atiz. They came out with a song during Halloween called Witch. If you not heard it, it's real good. But when I saw Zykers a year and a half ago, they were nothing like they are now. They were really, really young. They really didn't have a lot of stage presence to them. They didn't have a lot of song. Now when you see Zykers, they did a song called Red Sun. My jaw dropped. I said, this is the same Zykers that we saw on stage. When we saw them on stage, they were brand new. They were. This was like their first North American tour, and they were really, 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 really like you could tell that they were struggling. That they really didn't have too much stage presence. But baby, when they came out and did Red Sun, I almost lost my damn mind. I was like, when they did Red Sun, I was like, I said, is this the same? This the same group that okay, and I was like, this the same group? And then they did Witch, and I was like, this Zykers is nothing like the group that we saw on tour. Nothing. Nothing. They have grown leaps and bounds. Their music has changed. Their whole concept have changed. Their dancing, their style, their stage presence has increased so much. When we saw them, they were very, very young and very, very new. But when they performed Red Sun, I told my sister-in-law, I was like, girl, you gotta watch this video. She was like, is that Zyker? I was like, girl. They had changed. They had definitely grown leaps and bounds. You could tell that they had been working very hard because when we saw them in concert, it was kind of a hot mess. But it was sold out though. Like all the little girls, their fans were very young too, like teenagers. But I was like, when they came out and did Witch and did Red Sun, like it was like I said, unrecognizable. Like it was the group is like night and day that they have grown so much. And there's so many of them. There's one, two, three. Well, how many is Zykers? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. There's 9 of them in this group. But when we saw them on stage, there was not 9 of them. When we saw them on stage, I don't know whether one was sick or something. When we saw them on stage, there was like 1 or 2 missing. And so I don't know. what happened to them or what there was, I don't know, but I think one of them was sick or something, but there wasn't that many on stage. But so when we saw them, we saw music videos. I'm like, how many of them is there? I'm like, yeah. So they've changed their whole concept, and I hopefully they just keep growing. So like I said, they did that witch song, and that witch song was good. So I liked it. I liked Witch, definitely. So, um, but I like Zykosh. If y'all don't know who they are, check them out. And if y'all don't know who Gravity is, check them out. Gravity is not really my kind of music. It's kind of like and hyping is kind of like low key. I'm not a big hyping fan either, but what girl groups do I listen to? Not many. I like XG. I like Le Seraphim. I liked Blackpink, but they haven't been out. But I don't care for Blackpink's solo stuff. I like their when they were a group, and I wish they would come back. But I'm not into girl groups. I just don't see the point in girl groups. Like I don't see why girls like girl groups. I just the girl groups. It's the dancing for me. It's the dancing for me. It's the dancing. Um, it's just the dancing. I like a lot of hard hitting dance move. I like a lot of hip hop music. I like Young Posse. I do. I like XG. I like Young Posse. I like Le Seraphim. I like songs from girl groups. Like there are girl groups that I'll sit there and watch Kville and watch the charts. And so I'll hear certain songs and I'm like, oh, I like this song or I like this song. I do like solo girls. I like BB and I love BB. Girl, don't do me on BB. BB is my girl. BB keeps coming out with banger after banger after. If BB would ever come to America, I would go to see her concert in a minute. BB is my girl. If you don't know who BB is, BIBI, girl, she comes out with bangers all the time. And then there's another singer called Eves, Yves. Um, uh, she sings a song called Viola that I love. And I like a lot of her music. So yeah, these are solos. So BB is a solo and Eves, Yves, she is like everything. Blackpink is making a comeback. Yeah, I heard that Blackpink is making a comeback. I like the YG sound. Like I don't mind Baby Monster, but they just look. But I like some of their songs. Baby Monster, but I like the YG song. The YG sound. I like that. But yeah, yeah, there's plenty of groups, y'all can take it. But not just the groups, y'all go listen to the solos too. But yeah, like if you not heard of BB and Eves, y'all y'all go and look at them. BB is BB got a song called Derriere. It's spelled DERRE. That's the song by her, and it kills it. It kills it. It's a good song. I like that kind of like R&B pop kind of infusion kind of music. So go look it up. So hello. Oh look, there's Marlon. Hi Marlon. How are you? How are you? I heard Blackpink's making a comeback. But I'll wait for it. I mean, we've been waiting for years, so I guess waiting a few more months, decades, whenever they get through doing their solo stuff. I'm not a fan of their solo stuff. I know some of y'all may have really liked their solo stuff, but not me. Rose, she all right. You're a bit late, but glad to be here. It's okay. You're better late than never. But yeah, I don't like. I didn't like Lisa. I like Lisa's like one or two of her songs. I didn't like any of Jenny's songs. Rose, oh, Adrena, okay. Well, I have to go too in a minute. It's been 2 hours and 22 minutes, but Adrena, you have a great night, my dear. And make sure y'all thumbs up and like the video. Yes, Adrena, please check it out. And also for BTS, the kind of comeback I want them to tour more places. They supposed to be doing like a mega tour, Bye, Adrena, honey. They're supposed to be doing like a mega, mega, mega tour. So I hear this tour is going to be the K-pop tours of all tours. So if y'all are talking about BTS ain't came to your city, they have not come to your country, just wait because I think this BTS tour is going to go places that they have may have never gone before. So you may see a BTS concert in South Africa. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers for everybody in Africa. You may see a BTS concert in Ghana. I hope so. Like I hope, but I'm hearing things, there's rumors and things out there about the BTS comeback tour that that they are really going to push for more of an international than just like Asia markets and North America, that are really going to push to have more Latin America and more uh India, Southeast Asia, and more maybe Africa and South Africa. And but they just have to see how the market is. But I think if they did a concert in Johannesburg, I think it would sell. I think it would really, really sell. But I understand that it's the money, it's the logistics, it's a lot of things, that moving parts that go into making a concert tour. I'm anxious to see what kind of ticket prices this J-Hope concert thing is going to be, so we shall see. But I will do a whole video about the things that I would like to see in a BTS comeback. I've said it before, I want more grown and sexy music. I want different types of genres of kind of music. I want a cipher 5 or a 6 or 7, 8, how many ciphers they can give us. I want to hear more solos from each one of the members. I would like to hear that. There's a whole list of things that I would like to hear musically. But then outside of music, there are a bunch of other things I would like to see from BTS, either in the concert or the tour or the venues. And then also just from the members themselves. I would love for them to do some type of fan meet and greet. I know it's a lottery system, and like Jin, where he hugged a bunch. I'm not saying he got to come out, BTS got to come out here and hug people. I'm not saying all that, but it would be nice for us to do another a fan meet and greet. And I know that's very, very, very logistically and security wise very hard, but it's possible. Jen did it. So I think if Jen can do it, they ain't gotta hug nobody. They ain't gotta hug folks. But I think it's very doable and very possible. But I would like to see it. I really would. I just or have the opportunity to have a fan meet and greet, and maybe in different countries than just Korea. Maybe one in America, maybe one in each like continent, maybe one in Canada, one in America. And I know that's a lot on them. I know they're going to be so busy. They're going to be thrown into the fire after getting out of the military that it's going to be insane. But hopefully they'll be rested, because I know Jen and J-Hope have been busy, busy, busy nonstop. They've been nonstop busy. And I know it can't be easy to just get out of the military and then you're like, oh, okay, you got to go do all these promotions and record this music and do. I know it's been a lot for them. They've been a lot for them. So I want BTS to be, mentally, physically, and emotionally well rested, and ready to hit the ground running whenever they want to, whenever they can. I would encourage armies to be patient. I know some of y'all are not patient. I know some of y'all are like, oh my God, like y'all need to hurry up and get out the military and drop that solo album and go on tour. I know that's what J Hope did, but I don't think that everybody is going to be cut from the same cloth and be able to do that. Um, Unfortunately, but unfortunately, but they deserve to have some patience and some grace getting back to real life. I'm patient. I feel like in 18 months we waited this long. So what's gonna hurt to wait a couple of months? They will all be out at the end of June on my birthday. And like I said, I'm patient. I don't need much at the end of 2025. From June to December of 2025, I don't need much. I'm a patient girl. I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna still do my videos, still come on here and talk to y'all, and whatever. Nothing's going to change that way. So I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna wait. And if some of them need more time adjusting than others, then I would say that everybody give them the grace and the patience enough to be like, we're just going to give you grace. We're going to let you, maybe some of them are going to be more quick to get back into things, and maybe some of them will not. Not everybody can be Jen. Jen didn't hit the ground running. Jen is out here doing the Lord's work. Y'all know Jen out here putting in work for Army. Y'all know Jen is out here doing work that I don't even understand how he finds the time and or the energy and the inclination. Jen is out here doing interviews, variety shows, mukbangs, climbing stairs, doing run Jen, doing fan meets on merry-go-rounds. I mean, Jen is out here hugging people. Hello, Marlon. Yeah, hugging people. Like Jen is out here just doing so many different things all at once, flying here, flying there, drop the album. But we can't all expect, all everybody to be like Jen. So I just don't want people to think that like, or J-Hope, now J-Hope's doing a tour. Like that's crazy. That's insane to me. He just flew to Paris today. Did y'all see Jen? Wait a minute. Hold on. Did y'all see J-Hope flying in Paris? Did y'all see J-Hope in Paris? J-Hope flew to Paris, y'all. J-Hope had designer shoes, designer hat, designer clothes, designer bag. Y'all know J-Hope and his bags. Y'all know J-Hope love his bags, honey. J-Hope was snatched to the gods, honey. He was on a private airplane, took pictures on the Weave, put the pictures on the Weverse, and was snatched to the gods, honey. J-Hope looked so good. He didn't have no makeup on. He flew. He fans is waiting for him. He waved to the fans, and J-Hope always looks so damn stylish. I mean, Mr. J Hope just looks so stylish all the time. He go anywhere. I mean, J Hope would go to a grocery store, probably Gucci down to his socks. J Hope probably had Gucci shoes on, Gucci drawers on when he go to the store, honey. Because J Hope looks so good getting on that plane. He was going to Paris. I don't know why he was going to Paris. Who knows? Maybe a brand meeting or brand deal. I don't know where he was going to Paris for. Maybe to record something. I don't know. Maybe to take a break. I don't know. But J Hope looked fabulous. He always looked so stylish and chic and fabulous. Like, I mean, to me, J Hope should be brand ambassador for every brand because he just makes anything look good. He loves fashion. He loves dressing. He loves fashion. Like that's just, that's rare in a man, that a man can just look effortless, stylish and classy and effortless all at once. But that's our hobby though. That's just it's a thing to behold. It's a thing to see. So I just, I thought it was beautiful that he looks so dashing all the time. A lot, and so does RM. RM looks really nice when he goes out, and so does Jimin. Jimin tries to look. Sugar just looks very, basic. He wears his basic black and white, and he tries to be comfortable. But Jimin usually looks stylish. RM looks cute when he gets on the airplane. But J Hope just kills it. He just kills it every time. So um that was amazing to see. So anyway, y'all, it has been fun. It has been nice. Make sure you thumbs up and like the video. I know I got lots of views on here, so I really appreciate everybody's coming here to talk. I will be back next week to do another K-pop roundup live stream. Next week, hopefully, I'll be able to talk about Min Hee Jin. I'm not going to talk about Min Hee Jin tonight. There's things that are happening that, with the court case and Hive and everything, that I have to kind of get the stuff settled. And I will come back next week and talk a little bit about the Min Hee Jin or any other news that are maybe popping off. And because there's a lot of things going on, I mean, with the court cases and everything. And so make sure you look at my K-pop playlist, my other playlists, my shorts. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And oh my God, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. Again, I'm doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. Look at my community tab. We'll give you the details on where you can send me an email so you can get this free gift. I'm giving out a free gift. And so if you are in the continental United States, if you are a subscriber, then and then also you get a better favorable way of winning if you follow me on Blue Sky or Weverse, or you comment on my videos, you like, share, and comment my videos. You will definitely be more in the running, but I'm going to pick one lucky subscriber that will get a free gift from yours truly. The gift will be bath and body based. So it will be bath and body products. So if you're interested in that, so yeah, go to my community tab. And then I have a post. If you scroll down a few ways, I posted it a few days ago, and it'll tell you, give you the email address where you could send your name, your subscriber name, your address, and why, and that you're in. And I have a subscriber list, so I can tell whether you're subscribed. So you have to give me your YouTube name, your real name, your address, and if you follow me on any other, social platforms, and then I will, if I and I'm gonna have one lucky winner, and I'm gonna give it a few more weeks. I'm gonna keep reminding myself to remind y'all, and then you will get a free gift. I will send it to you for free. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to pay for shipping. You don't have to pay for nothing. You will get a free gift from yours truly, because I appreciate it. I told once I hit 500, I was going to give somebody a free gift. Also, once I hit 1,000, I'm gonna give somebody a really big gift. So if when for my 1,000th subscriber, I will figure out who you are. Number 1,000, I'm going to pick you. If you are the 1,000th subscriber, I'm going to pick you, and I'm going to try to send a message. And if that person doesn't respond, I'm gonna try to go somewhere else. And until I find, if you respond and you're the 1,000th subscriber, I'm going to give a huge, huge, huge ass giveaway. So y'all better just, wait for it. Wait for it. When I hit 1,000. So when I hit 1,000, I'll be great. But this week I've already gained, I think in a week I've gained like 60 subscribers in a week. So I always appreciate it. I always appreciate Army. I always appreciate you people that come on here. Every time I post shorts, I always have people subscribe to my channel. So I really appreciate it, y'all. So I take any kind of suggestions. Like I said, I have things in my community tab. If you want to give me suggestions as to, what kind of videos you would like to see, what kind of topics I like to cover, I'd really appreciate it. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. So I will be posting, I have a Martin Luther King short video coming up, um, explaining the controversy of MLK Day. Um, February is going to be a big month for us. I have things that are going to be posted about Valentine's Day, the history of Valentine's Day. I'm going to be talking about AI and love life. I'm going to be talking about AI and love. It is the video I've been planning for months now, talking about AI technology and romance. And it is a whole thing. I have probably several videos that there's going to be several topics about AI and love next month, because it's Valentine's Day coming up. And so just wait for it. I have so much to share with y'all. I've been researching this for months now about AI and AI chatbot apps and people falling in love with AI programs. I have so much in store for y'all in February. So February is also Black History Month. So I'm gonna be posting my Black history, my own family history is very fascinating. There are three major incidents in United States history that my family was a part of. And so I will do long form videos telling you guys about um, these incidents in history that link back to my own personal family. So Black history is not just a history month, but it's actually my history, because my family is very, very, very fascinating. Very fascinating. I have a very fascinating family. Not only does my family have history in the music industry, like with Motown, my great uncles were session musicians for Motown and played for some of the biggest Motown groups ever. And so I will do a video talking about that. I will do a video talking about other incidents. I will do a video talking about Vietnam War. My uncle was in Vietnam War. My grandfather was stationed was in World War One. He was stationed overseas. I will do videos about like the colored soldiers during World War One. I have a whole month, and of course, I will be giving y'all K-pop updates, Weaver stuff. Concerts. I will be giving all my K-pop goodness to you guys. So if you subscribe to my channel, you will see I post a video. I post a video every day. Multiple times a day. So I work a full-time job. I have 2 kids. I'm a full-time mother, but I still doing this YouTube thing is my passion, and it allows me to connect with all of you guys. Again, I will be creating a Patreon account soon, sooner than later. I will try to get my Patreon account up and running. And I really, really, really appreciate you guys' patience. You guys give me the idea. They're like, you should have a on my Patreon, I'm gonna cut loose. I'm really because there's certain things on YouTube I can't say. There's certain things I can't post because I'll get copyright. On Patreon, I'll be able to cut loose and be y'all will really see my personality on Patreon because I have a lot of opinions about different things, so we'll see. And I did a TikTok video today where I talked about TikTok and how I hate TikTok. So check that out. But until next time, folks, I will be here next week. And like I said, if you subscribe to my channel, alert you when I'll be going live. And I will go live sometime within the next couple of days. And I usually go live about twice a week if I can help it. But I appreciate everybody there. If you did miss the video, go ahead and roll it back and hit rewind and listen from the beginning. And make sure y'all comment whenever I post this video. It should be it takes about an hour or two before it's fully posted. But anyway, I'm wrapping up at the end of the night. More people are coming, so I just, like to appreciate people. Make sure you rewind the video if you've missed everything. Or watch it on a rewatch whenever it posts. But until next time, people, I'm tired. I'm gonna lay down and sip me a glass of wine. I hope you guys have a really, really great day tomorrow. I'm off of work tomorrow. It's a holiday for us in the United States. Like I said, it's MLK Day. So I hope you guys have a good night. And I love y'all. Bye.